Uh-oh. It's debate day. There you go. Everybody smash the like button as you come in the building. Drop a comment. Let me know you're in here. If you want to donate to the channel, we got the CashApp. We got the super chat button. DeMar says flow something. Mic check. Can y'all hear me good? Let me know if y'all can hear me. DeMar say he want to flow then. Alright, bet. James, what up? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, bro. Okay. Look, debate tonight, so I'm steady wrecking. Who I'm about to step on, he say he the boxing section. But I'm not respecting no fraud. I show you what it is. I'm about to break every law. I'ma say that I'ma win. I'ma say it's 3-0. I'ma beat his damn ass and tell his ass that he gotta go. Yes, I can flow, and I'm flowing off of my head. Anybody wanna bet against me, I'll bet whatever bread that you won't bet. I'ma get my respect. I'ma step on him hard like I'm stepping on his neck. Yeah, I'ma get mine for sure. I'ma get all of my dough. I'ma get all of this flow, and I'm about to tell you that I'm about to swear. Say, hold up, man. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. Say, bro, y'all better stop playing with me. Nah, man, hit that like though, man. Hit the like though, man, one time. We gonna see who we got in the building. We gonna cook on a couple of topics. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, it's debate time, bro. So share this if you got a social media platform. Do your boy a favor, share this. Hit the like button. And I'm glad my brother, best dad ever, aka Mr. Steal Your Chin, is in the building. Because what got announced today was the biggest lightweight fight in boxing. Yeah, I know that. They're gonna make some of y'all mad, bro. The biggest lightweight fight in boxing just got announced today. It's the biggest. Tell me where I'm wrong at. We can debate that. Let me get this damn thing off, bro. Let me get this off. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is right with this right here. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Let me get that. Let me get the paper. The paper ready. All right, we're cool with that. Get this camera on. There we go. What's good with y'all, man? This your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and welcome back for another episode of Knockout Boxing 86 TV. And today we do have the TKO Debate Series coming to you live and in effect. I'm subbing in, you know what I'm saying? I'm subbing in. I'm going against the boxing section. My brother Kyle from the boxing section. We gonna get it popping, and we gonna see who the better lightweight prospect is. Abdullah Mason, you know what I'm saying? Keyshawn Davis. Who is the better prospect? That's what we coming with. You know what I'm saying? That's what we on right now. Let's see who we got in the building so far. So far we got 26 people in the building. Be sure to hit that like button. We was having audio issues yesterday, so please let me know. Let me know if we got any audio issues today. I thought that you know what I'm saying, fixed them, but in case there's any issues, let me know. All right, we got Ray Patterson in the building. What's good with you, Ray? Shawai Allah 77 up in this thing. What's good? Crush, what's good with you, Crush? William Old School in the building. Yakov White in the building. What's good with you, bro? Who else we got? Talib Cunningham that slid up in here. Yeah, I know Not Me. Shout out to Not Me. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. We got a little time for the debate start, so we'll cook on a couple of things, couple of issues, you know what I mean? And that'd be one of them. But yeah, I saw that. I got it pulled up right now, bro. Who else we got? Teach in the building. DeMar James, what's good with you? A1 Hoop Zone, my brother. What's popping, A1? Y'all go check out A1's basketball season. He gets you right, you know what I'm saying? He gets you right with the basketball predictions, tell you, you know what I'm saying? Who gonna win, who gonna drop 30, who gonna drop 50. You know what I'm saying? I had a jumper in my day. You can see it too. Yeet, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know y'all see it, bro. Stop playing. Zulu, what's good with your Zulu line in the building? What's popping, bro? James in the building. What's good? Rojai in the building. Wow, we accidentally got, we about to talk about it. That's going to be probably one of the first things that we talk about. Mark Nash in the building. Y'all go check out Mark Nash. Great channel over there doing this thing. Go check him out. Dank Father in the building. Dank Father in the building. What's good with it, Dank? Who else? Josh Sanders in the building. What's good with it, Josh? Salute to you, bro. Salute to you, bro. Who else we got up in this thing, man? Shawar Allah 77 was good. Best dad ever. Salute to you again, bro. It jumped on me a little bit, but we still know. Alon so amazing in the building. What's good? Teach in the building. What's up? What's good with you, Teach? Rock Bottom 8654. What's good? My brother Kwame from Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk in the building. Y'all go check out Kwame's channel. He over there now. If you sensitive to Bud Crawford, don't go over there. But if you want to hear some real shit, right? Go holler at Kwame. Now he'll let you up on the panel. But if you are someone that is sensitive to people talking negatively about Bud Crawford, don't let Kwame hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? He's kind of roasting them right now. He's doing them bad, but he is here. He will be one of our judges for tonight's debate, along with Ricky Williams. KQKC gonna come through and moderate for us, and then we got Jake Chestnut gonna be judging as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we in this thing. But let's talk about some things, bro, as we get closer and closer to the debate. We got 33 likes, man. Get the likes up if you could. That would really help a brother out. I need y'all to hit the like button. Throw an elbow at that hole. Hit it with a punch, kick it, knee it, head butt it. You know what I'm saying? There's no illegal moves to the like button. As long as you can get it to turn black by hitting it, bro, we don't care how you hit the like button. You just gotta hit the like button one time for the one time. My beautiful wife done slid up in here. Where'd she go? There she is. What's up, baby? Salute to you. Salute to you, Tay Tay. I see you in the building. What's up? All right, so a lot of people were talking about this, but I want to talk about this first because not a lot of people talking about this. Ados Yerbasinelli, the guy that got put in the coma by David Morrell Jr. My daughter's in the building too. What's up? What's good with it, Jay? She's 15 years old and one day now. All right, she's getting old, man. But Ados Yerbasinelli, we just got news that he is out of his coma, so he is on the road to recovery. He's out of his coma. The guy that put up a tough, valiant effort against David Morrell Jr. They have been able to bring him out of a coma, so that's good. That's good to hear. It says here, Ados Yerbasinelli, who suffered a traumatic brain injury in a recent world title bout, has been weaned from a medically induced coma, moved out of intensive care and into a regular hospital room, and is improving. Sources with knowledge of his condition told Fight Freaks United. One source said Yerbasinelli is able to speak, and another said he had been able to walk to some degree. That's great news, bro. Will he ever fight again? I don't know. I don't think so. But he's on the mend to recovery. He's out of the coma, and speedy recovery, and much prayers and respect to him and his family. We wish him a speedy recovery because he put on a valiant effort. So shout out to Ados. You in our thoughts and prayers, man. We hope that you have a speedy recovery. That is some damn good news. Now, to some fight news, bro. Teofimo Lopez was supposed to fight Jose Pedraza. TJ, what's good? Jose Pedraza is out of the fight because of an illness. This is one of the things, if you follow this channel, or if you're new here, or whatever the case may be, this is one of those things that really, 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 really make me upset. I need to know what the injury or what the illness is, because in every other sport, bro, we be getting to know shit. In every other sport, they be like, yo, he broke his left foot outside bone on his pinky toe, 4 to 6 weeks for him to recover. And then if he don't recover in 4 to 6 weeks, they give you an update. They let you know what went wrong. Did he practice today? Did he not practice today? Did he have rehab? Did he re-injure himself? You know what I'm saying? They have certain requirements that you got to meet in certain sports, in every other sport. In boxing, they be like, it be the week of the fight. They be like, yeah, illness, he out. But yeah, he injured his body. Like, they don't even tell you what, like, he injured his body today. He was working out for the fight. He injured his whole body. And we just be looking like, bro, like, what's wrong with them? We know y'all got tickets. We know y'all wanted to see this particular fight, but we ain't gonna give you money back for the ticket. But we still got a fight going on, so y'all come on through and watch Omar Figueroa versus Sergey Lipinets, even though y'all bought tickets to see AB. Even though y'all bought to see Adrian Broner, and he said, yeah, it's Monday, I'm supposed to be fighting on Saturday, man, my mental, bro. I'm mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? I got illness, mental illness. Then he proceeds to like not get no goddamn, no treatment. You know what I'm saying? No treatment, none of that shit, bro. He don't go to it, the institution, none of that, bro. Now, Josh Sanders say the reason they don't say what the injury is because they don't want it to be a target for when they get back in the ring. I can't buy that. Other athletes got to deal with it and shit. Other like basketball players be like, yeah, he hurt his wrist. Guess what they doing that wrist? They hitting that hoe. Why they get to do that now, bro? You gotta let the fan know, cause the reason, Josh, cause you gotta understand, like the reason, Josh, is that, bro, like these dudes, they be lying. Like boxing so corrupt, you can't trust them, bro. We talking about a sport that told us, look, man, we know Oscar Valdez cheated, but what we gonna do is we gonna change our rules so that he can still fight. So we ain't doing VADA no more, we doing WADA. Even though VADA did all the testing before the fight. Even though in our own clean boxing program, we said that we gonna use VADA. But since Oscar Valdez tested dirty, boom, we gonna go ahead and just let him, you know what I'm saying? We using WADA now. They do shit like that, bro. They let fighters be like, oh, you the A side? You the A side? All right, cool. Well, look, since you can't move around the ring too good, what size ring you want, bro? What size ring you want? Hey, bro, you the A side. You know what I'm saying? What size ring you want to fight in, bro? You Canelo, you know what I'm saying? You want to fight in a little sparring ring and shit? You Billy Joe son, look, man, I'm holding up the fight until y'all give me a 40 by 40 by 40 by 40 ring. Okay, like, nah, bro, I need to know what the illness is. Now, Nami says, bro, you said that fight was trash. I disagree, but Martin is a good fight. In this case, the injury doesn't matter. What matters is we are getting a better scrap. I agree with that. And yeah, I thought the Jose Pedraza fight was trash, bro. So I say all that to say I think it's a better fight. I agree with Not Me. Shout out to Not Me. I think it's a better fight. I think Sandor Martin is more confident at this point in his career than Jose Pedraza. I think Sandor Martin is going to actually try to box and actually come to win and actually try to turn up and challenge Teofimo Lopez. Will he be able to deal with the athleticism and skills and talent of Teofimo Lopez? That remains to be seen. But I like the fight. In terms of it's better than Jose Pedraza. I would have liked Sandor Martin honestly as an opening fight at the super lightweight division for Teofimo. He's not a big puncher. You know, Sandor Martin I'm talking about. He's not a big puncher. He can test Teofimo, but he's durable. He'll give Teofimo rounds, and he'll. The only threat is him outboxing Teofimo. But if Teofimo is the boxer the Top Rank has built him to be, and his father and himself has built himself to be, someone like Sandor Martin should be no issue for him. So I think that would have been a good first fight, but I ain't mad at it that it's a second fight. And I'm definitely not mad at it over Pedraza, who's coming off a loss to, like his last two fights, bro. Pedraza got a loss to Ramirez, and he fought a draw with Richard Coleman. And then he was about to get Teofimo Lopez. At least Sandor Martin is coming off a win, bro. Like, I like the fact that Teofimo is fighting Sandor Martin coming off of the biggest win in his career. I like that. You know what I'm saying? That's got meat and potatoes to it. That's got some substance to it, bro. It's got real substance to it. You are taking on a fighter coming off of the best performance of his career. I like that shit. AJ64, what up? TJ100, yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Thrill Hill, what up? And so I like this fight much better. So shout out to Top Rank for Rick Timms. What up, bro? What up, Rick? For putting themselves in a situation to where they have a good, viable opponent ready to go. It's less than a month notice. So hopefully Sandor Martin can be the best version of himself, and we can get a good fight. Quickly, what's up with it? So I'm excited for that. Now, let's talk about the big one. Man. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Yeah. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis posted on his Instagram a poster of him and Ryan Garcia and sent the world into a frenzy. Then Tank Davis went to his Twitter and he says the following, bro. Hold on. Where's that? Where'd it go? Here we go. All right, boom. He started today. He said, I'll be back in the ring on January 7th. Stay tuned for more details. After that, it's me and Ryan, signed, sealed, and delivered. Okay? Steven Espinoza. What's up, Aisha? I see you in the building. 254 Dunston, what up? Steven Espinoza says, done deal. It's on. All credit to Tank and Ryan. Lots of obstacles along the way, but they both stayed the course to give the fans the fight they want. So Steven Espinoza says it's a done deal, right? Then Tank posted his posted a little workout video, little promo video of him working out, and he's gonna fight, and they're reporting that he's gonna be fighting in January against a yet to be named opponent, and then he's going to be fighting in April or May against Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia says, I'm so pumped this fight is finally in place. I want it more than anything right now. I put in the work. I'm at my prime of my career, and I know I'm going to be the biggest boxer in the world. That legacy starts today. Mike Biggs Boxing, what up, bro? Ray Patterson, what up? I see everybody coming in the middle. Smash the like button as you get in here. We're talking Tank and Ryan right now. Ryan Garcia then says, boxing needs this fight right now. It's time for us to get back to what made this sport so great for the fans. Glamorous fights in places like Las Vegas. Grudge match storylines, and most importantly, the best fighting the best. Right? Then you got Mike Coppinger. He called it self-reporting. You understand what I'm saying? After they already announced it, which I like. I like that they announced it first, so we can put some validity to his what he has to say. So these are some bombs that he dropped, right? So first he says the Davis and Garcia pay-per-view will be produced and distributed by Showtime, the networks that exclusively televise Davis events. Sources said the Zone, which streams Garcia fights, will offer the pay-per-view through its service. Then he says, hold on. Then he says Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis have announced they will meet in a super fight in Las Vegas next year. Sources tell ESPN the 136-pound catchweight bout is slated for April, and that Showtime and the Zone will jointly deliver the pay-per-view. Then he says the date for Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia is April 15th. Sources tell ESPN, of course, Gervonta must first emerge victorious and uninjured from a January 7th tune-up. Garcia might take a tune-up in January too. The fighters both said the fight will take place in Las Vegas. All right, bro. So let's talk about the fight. First, I want someone to tell me what Omega said. What is it? Damn, bro. Can you argue with that right now, though? I'm just gonna take it off the screen. I don't really think you can argue with it. Swat Jones, what up? So let me ask y'all this, bro. Somebody, can you name me? Hey, what up, Rick? I see you in the background. You can, if you want me to pull you up, I can pull you up. But the debate starts in 30 minutes, bro. You want to come on up? You good? Okay. All right, cool, bro. Yeah. We'll get it started in a little bit. So Tank Davis, bro, and Ryan Garcia. Can y'all give me a bigger fight at the lightweight division? Give me a bigger fight in the lightweight division than Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Oh, you want to come up? All right, cool. I got you, bro. I got you.
No, man, this fight is huge, bro. This fight is huge.
Yeah, it's big, but I'm hollering at, and then I'm gonna have you cook on it, obviously. But chat, do y'all got a bigger fight at the lightweight division than Tank and Ryan? Rick Tim say Tank versus Dev. Rick, I disagree, bro. I think now when I say big, I'm talking about the money. I'm talking about, yeah, Kwame, you come up too, bro. We just cooking for a little bit until the time comes. But I'm talking about the revenue that it generates, the number of eyes that it's gonna be on it, the pay-per-view buys and shit. The reason I say no to Tank versus Dev, my brother Rick Sims, is because Devin and Tank had the same fan base. Like it's the same. They have the same people that rock with Tank, rock with Dev. They just might like Tank a little bit more. The same people that rock with Devin, they fans of Tank too. They just might rock with Dev a little bit more. Ryan Garcia got a whole nother fan base over here, bro. And there's one thing about his fan base: when they got somebody that look like Ryan and going against somebody that look like Tank, they may not even like Ryan. They gonna support Ryan and rock with Ryan and show up with Ryan and get behind him off the strength of who he fighting, bro.
Facts.
You've seen that shit so many times, bro. So I'm arguing right now. It's in my opinion. Is it the most competitive fight? I don't think so. But is it the biggest? Is it the one that's gonna get the most eyes on it? I can't think of a bigger fight at the lightweight division. Ricky Williams, my brother, y'all check out his channel, subscribe to him. But what say you on that, bro? You think that this is the biggest? And we gonna break down all the layers and shit. But you think this is the biggest fight in the division?
Yeah, man. I think, like you said, I think if we use the examples like they said, Devin and Tank, these are boxing fans fights, right? Ryan Garcia versus Tank is a casuals fight. It's an event. It's not just a boxing match. You see what I'm saying? Both of them have a bunch, they fingers in a bunch of pies as far as culture and pop art and stuff like that. Ryan Garcia is going to bring a lot of eyes, and we all know Tank always packs the house, right? So I think this is going to be a great event for boxing as a whole, as far as eyes on the sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And real quick, and I'm gonna pass it to you, Kwame. Real quick though, if Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerby, Steven Espinoza, whoever win between Michelle Rivera and Frank Martin, and Eastside Cruz, you need to put their ass on the undercard and put their ass on the undercard like yesterday. Because let me tell you something, you might need a backup plan just in case something happened to old Ryan, bro. You make sure you got you a backup plan in place for a viable opponent, just in case some shit happened with Ryan, bro. Like, make sure that you put them in the co-main event. You put Michelle Rivera, Frank Martin winner, and you put Eastside Pitbull Cruz in there against him as a co-main event. And then if something happened with Ryan, you pull one of them up, bro. You need to have, basically, bro, have a card full of lightweights, bro. All right? You need to have a card full of lightweights ready. You need to have at least 4-5 lightweights already training, already fighting on the card. Because we all seen the shenanigans that Ryan has pulled before. So I'm gonna give him credit today and say, man, shout out to him for signing the fight. He actually said he wanted the fight, and he actually went and got the fight that he wanted. So I'm gonna give that man credit, whether I like him as a person or not. I ain't no hating ass dude, and I'm gonna give you your respect and respect too. Especially when I got other guys that ain't signing shit. When I got other guys that's out here acting like hoes and shit. At least he stepped up to the plate and got it to the point where the network executive Steven Espinoza is announcing this shit. And that's what lets me know that it's real, because he can't just be out here willy-nilly announcing shit, saying this shit is done, because he got, you know what I'm saying, he got people that he beholden to. He got bosses and shit. So if he say it's done, I'm rocking with it. Let me catch the super chat, then we'll go to you, Kwame. Shout out to Kai with the $2 in super chat. He said, you called it, Hector Garcia, Tank next opponent before anyone. Is that official? I ain't seen that. I know he fighting in January, but I know he fighting in January before Ryan, but I ain't seen who the opponent is yet. So if anybody got that link or that information, drop it in the chat. But go ahead, Kwame Cook, man. What you got on it? Being the biggest fight in the lightweight division. That's my contention. I think, I want to be clear. Most competitive, the true best fighter against the other best fighter. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's the biggest,
bro. Yeah. So fuck lightweight. That's the biggest monetary fight outside of anything that's a heavyweight fight. Like between, two big heavyweights. These guys have casual fans. Ryan has the most exposure, It hasn't translated to revenue yet, but it will for this fight because you know what's going to make this fight so huge? That this is going to be the equivalent of someone trying to beat Floyd Mayweather in Tank. You see what I'm saying? That's that's what's going to make it so huge because to the Mexican fan base, this is like they're going to get behind their guy because they feel like if they could beat Tank, they got to win on Floyd. You know, so you got that aspect of it. You got the aspect that his fan base, that demographic of fan base, I don't say his fan base, but his culture and his fan base, they actually pay for pay-per-views. They pay for them, you know. So that in itself, you know, look at Canelo. Canelo did 800,000 against Caleb Plant. I'm not saying Ryan Garcia is Canelo Alvarez. I'm just saying who Ryan Garcia is going to, how they're going to market the fight and what they're going to make him represent. It's going to be that fan base. These are smart businessmen. So yeah, man, this is a huge fight, man. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this fight for all the right reasons because these are two guys who said they want to fight each other. This cross promotion, and it got done.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because I think a big part that's being reported that I want to holler at y'all about is they saying it's gonna be done jointly on pay-per-view, which means that Tank got Espinoza to concede to that shit. Because if y'all remember, Espinoza was like, man, we don't need them. Like, no, we don't need them to do no joint pay-per-view. We can broadcast the shit themselves. If Ryan wants to fight, the fight can be made, but people got to be reasonable. And he went out there on a limb and said that shit a bunch of times. I think that speaks to Tank Davis really been pushing for this fight, bro. And if you look at how the shit been announced, you ain't hear Floyd come out and say it. All Leonard Ellerby did was retweet what Steven Espinoza said after Tank and after everybody else had did that shit. So I'm thinking Tank is starting to get a little bit more pull, and he's starting to push and do the shit that people were rightfully criticizing him for not going for the fight, not being public about it. Maybe he's not doing what people want him to do in front of the camera and shit like that. But what this shows me is that Tank winning, like, look, bro, I need this fight, dog. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't care about that joint pay-per-view shit. I want to beat this dude ass, bro. And if you look at the energy he been having lately, you go watch his Twitter feed. I'm banging and I'm wilding for my respect. All I know is I'm gonna deliver. And then he go out there, he get this fight. The man is getting another fight in January. He really trying to go after this smoke, bro. So I think that means something about the power that he had with Al Heyman and Steven Espinoza, that they're willing to do this shit jointly on pay-per-view with a guy that ain't never been on pay-per-view before, bro.
True.
It's showing that he got more pull than what people was giving him credit for, dog. This is some shit like this the shit that we give Earl Spence credit for, bro, is what I'm saying. I get it. Like when we know that Al is like, look, man, I'm trying shit. I got Keith over here fighting on pay-per-view against Mario Barrios and shit. But Earl like, man, I ain't trying to fight motherfucker Keith Thurman. You need to go over there and you try to go get that goddamn Terrence Crawford fight for me. And he went over there and he tried to get that shit. Tank Davis seemed like he making the same type of move behind the scene that maybe people need to kind of pick up on, bro. Cause this shit was dead in the water. If you listen to what Espinoza and how motherfucking Oscar was talking, they were talking like this shit was dead, but Tank like, nah, bro, y'all gotta go make this shit happen. So I think he deserves a little bit of credit today, because all I know is people were saying that Ryan Garcia is a good opponent for other fighters that are at the top, bro. I need, you know what I'm saying, it got to be a good opponent for Tank too. Whether you think he can beat Tank or not, he's still a big name. And of all the people that are viable, all the people that are available, he's the best fighter that he could fight that's available, the most known, the biggest fight, and one of the best in the division right now. And I mean, who else was he gonna fight that you'd be happier with if not Ryan Garcia, when you know who's available and who's not, bro?
I mean, what I say to that though is, you know, it's a double-edged sword. So I don't want to take no credit away from anybody or Tank or anything with getting this fight, but this is a fight that always would. This was the fight why a lot of people feel that Tank was protected and didn't really fight anybody. It was to cash in on this fight. So I'm not going to say like, oh, I'm not going to give Tank his credit, because we got to give people the credit when it's announced. You can't not give anyone credit. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give Tank the credit, and it seems like, and I gotta concede and keep it real, because that's just who I am. Knockout. It seems as if what you stated about Floyd Mayweather, because we don't know what the business dealings are with Floyd anymore and Leonard Ellerby. But it seems like that since Tank got a little wiggle room from under them, right as soon as he's kind of from under that contract, or we don't know what it is. It seemed
Yeah.
like Floyd, like what Tank said, Floyd put some old school shit in that contract. It's like, nigga, I'm still attached to you in some way, form, or fashion, but it might not be to the same degree. And it
Yeah.
looks like Tank, what he did was Tank is acting on that now. And I'm not mad at Steven Espinosa for what he did with Oscar and
Yeah.
saying no, because you got a young boy Oscar first, so he know his place. You feel me? See, when you have all the leverage, you could do that. You could be like, nah, fuck that. We don't need you. Let's do it ourselves. But they knew to make the fight, because I see Oscar get on camera was whining like a little girl about the situation.
Yeah. And he ain't got no money coming in. He cashing Ryan out, bro.
Right.
He ain't no money coming in over there. He cashed him out, bro.
And they know that. So look, the fight is getting made. I'm proud of Tank. I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of Oscar. The fight's getting.
Yeah,
I'm
they got
proud of
that shit
everybody.
done, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like, talking about this Bud and Earl shit, bro. Like, it's draining. It pissed me off. Cause at the end of the day, I'm coming from a place where I want to see the fight, right? So, not getting the fight. Every time you hear me talk about the shit, I got an attitude and shit. I'm mad. I don't like that shit. So, this was something to inject some life back. Like, yeah, all right, bro, shit can get done. We can get the fights we want. If these fight this again, just like Devin Haney going over to fight Cambo. So, this again proves that if people really want smoke and they both available, they can go get that shit, bro.
Yeah. And
you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Ricky. Let me catch the super chat. Then you go ahead and cook
ahead,
Ricky. Robert Singleton with the $5 in the super chat. He say, since Showtime in the Zone is in the Christmas giving mood, why not give us another gift? Boots Virgil as the co-main. Just wishful thinking. Robert, I think Boots and Iman Stanionis about to fight.
Yeah, I heard that's a lock already. But like I said,
if you look at their timelines, Robert, go look at their timelines on Twitter. Boots posted like a day and a half ago, 2 days ago, 30-0, 28 knockouts coming soon. Just started camp 8 weeks away. 8 weeks away is January 7th. Okay, y'all know I be doing crazy nerdy shit. That's January 7th. Okay. Iman Stanionis, like 2 hours after Boots did that shit, says fight of the year, eyeball emoji. And I'm like, I bet. Like, and then you gotta think about it. They both want what? They want their shot at the title. Boots is IBF mandatory. Goddamn, Stanionis is the regular WBA champion. So what does Showtime got to do? Look, bro, we trying to make sure Earl still trying to get this Terrence Crawford fight. WBC just made Keith is mandatory, so you got to fight Keith. But to keep y'all happy, we're going to get y'all a big fight, put y'all on the Tank Davis undercard, and let y'all go at it with each other. That way you can have a high profile fight. You can build your name and shit. So I think he fighting. Long story short, Robert, I think he fighting Stanionis. But let me let Ricky cook on this after I catch BFTB. BFTB say G-String ducked me for hours, but he in the comments like the fraud that he is. G-Man, bro, you gotta email me, bro. You can't just be out here ducking smoke, bro. And if you scared to go to the graveyard, man, we'll set it up, bro. We'll set it up for you. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying is that I got sources, as they like to say, but I can't say nothing because the way these fights been going lately, they'll say it's getting made and it's not. So, but yeah, it sounds like the Stanionis versus Boot is locked in. We just gotta wait for the announcement. But what I wanted to talk about as far as promotionals, right? This why De La Hoya was crying about Al Heyman in the PBC, blah, 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 when Bud was talking crazy, right? Because the thing is, like, let me explain to y'all something to y'all, right? It was all good when the rabbit didn't have a gun. When it come to promotional standpoints, y'all. And I did a video on this like a year ago, bro, that the PBC is trying to corner the boxing market and people don't like it. You see what I'm saying? When it was Top Rank, when they had a leverage, and Golden Boy, when they had the leverage, they played bully ball with PBC. Okay, if you want to fight this fighter, you got to take all our terms, capitulate to what we doing. See, but now that the leverage is over at PBC because these stars have been built and been proven financially, and now it's the PBC's time to play bully ball, and they don't like it. right? They don't like it. And this is why I keep trying to say, this is why I keep trying to explain to people, you can't switch A sides because now you're not the A side. When you had your time, when you had your chance, you reigned supreme. You were able to set terms. Now you guys cannot do that. But now because PBC is in a power play, in a place of power and position in a lot of these fights, right? So for example, like with Tank Davis, we all know Tank Davis is the A side. There's no question, right? We all know Errol's the A side. There's no question. Even though Wilder, even though he lost, right? Any heavyweights got to sit down up under him because Wilder's going to be that A side, right? So these other promotional companies now understand that they had their time, and now, and this might pass because it's business. It's the way it works. PBC's times will pass too, but right now they've earned the right to be in that driver's seat, and the other companies don't like it.
Yeah, yeah. And Zenith360 with the $2 in super chat says Hector and Ryan Garcia back to back is mean work. Look, I don't know if that's the fight, but if that's the fight, bro, you can't do nothing but respect that shit, bro. You can't do nothing but be like, damn, all right, because Hector Luis Garcia is nobody's tune-up, bro. He nobody's tune-up, especially if he gonna be fighting Ryan right after that, bro. Like that's heavy right there. That's some mean shit that I think we can all get behind, whether you like Tank Davis or not. Shout out to Big Dub with the super chat of $10 coming through, man. He ain't got nothing to say. He just want to show love. I appreciate you. Now, I do got to keep it real with y'all, bro. There's some shit about this fight I don't like. I'm going to keep it all the way real with y'all, bro. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, bro. I don't like the catch weight shit, bro. I don't like the 136 shit. Like, if he's going to fight at 136, bro, fight at 135. Or if you don't want to do that, fight at 140. They need to fight at a real weight class. That shit kind of take a little bit off of the fight for me. I don't believe in catch weights and rehydration clauses, bro. Even if it is 1 pound, bro. Even if it is 1 pound, bro. Kwame, what you think, man? Am I tripping?
I mean, you're not tripping. I feel like to each his own. You know, as a boxing purist, that makes 100% sense. But this is a big fight. That's the difference. Yeah. And Tank, I mean, this is why the fight is so big. It ain't got shit to do with that. It got to do with these two guys' stardom, right? That's basically what this fight has to do with. And it makes so much sense now why Oscar was whining, because you got to think, you got to be smart, shrewd businessman. Ryan Garcia last fight was at 140.
Yeah,
you know, he looks
his last
right, and he looked fast and he looked strong. His last fight, he looked fast and strong against Fortuna. So they gonna protect this. A PBC promotion. That's what. See,
hey, y'all go ahead and get real quick. Y'all go ahead and get G-Man out of here. G-Man, I give you your shit back if you shoot me an email and you set up a debate with BFTB and then you actually show up. Until then, bro, that false flagging and acting like you won't smoke, like, bro, I'm everywhere. I seen you, bro. Be it like, you know, I co-host a show with KQKC, bro, and I'm at his shit every day. Every day, bro. So I saw you over there talking like you want to smoke. I saw the link get dropped over at BLTB shit. He dropped the link for you. You told him to drop the link, even though it was already in the chat. I watched 25 people get up there and make sure the link was good to go for you. You never showed up. Now you come over here talking about you had to go to work and shit. And I can read and talk at the same time, G-Man, is what I'm saying. So I ain't no disrespect to you. Different opinions are welcome and shit. But now over here, at least, I can't speak for nobody else's platform. You blocked until you shoot me an email, set up a debate, and actually show up to debate BFTB. If you don't do that, bro, then you'll never see the light of day on this channel again, bro. So you got your 15 minutes of fame. If you really want to get back and you really want to smoke like that, I can set it up. You can pick the topics. You know what I'm saying? You can pick the judges and shit. You can do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel comfortable. But other than that, bro, you out of here. But go ahead, Kwame. Do you?
Man, I mean that's 100, man. That's some true shit right there. Salute to you, Pull Count. I see you in the comments. Salute to you, homie. Appreciate you.
Yeah, what up, Pull?
Yeah, I mean it's a big fight, and you got to remember Floyd Mayweather. I listened to the stuff he says about Al Heyman. He said he's a shrewd. He said they mad at him because he's a shrewd businessman. See, he's a black man who's a shrewd businessman, and he made sure that he's gonna make sure that, you know, the tables are tipped for Tank. That's gonna favor Tank. You know, it's just, you know, listen, if it was at 138, I'd be like, that might be better. But 136, that favor Tank, bro. If Tank fight at 135, he get to not have to lose 1 more pound too on top of it now. you know, and Ryan the one got to come down. So, you know, look, man, that's what happens when you the A side. You know,
Man,
that's
all I'm
what
saying.
the A side is about. Go
I
ahead, Rick.
ain't mad. I understand what you're saying, KO, but shit, like I said, man, people earn the right to make the rules. They earn
Yeah.
the right. It's simply what it is. I understand how people, Mr. Mechanical, what's good? I see you. It's like people again, these fighters put in work to earn this leverage, man. And again, even though you might not like it per se, you know, there's other fighters who had the A side and were able to dictate terms. It's simply what it is, right? If you can beat that man, you're gonna beat that man, right? I don't think 1 pound is unreasonable.
No.
I don't think it's unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they earned this right, bro. And just because, you know, they the A side. If you want to fight, that's why I say I gotta commend this dude again. As long as he don't break down and pull out, you know, because we know how his anxiety be getting to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. Hey man, I gotta pull out. I gotta pull an AB. But then what I'm saying, y'all, like so, I feel y'all on the A side shit, but I just believe there's certain shit you shouldn't be able to negotiate. Like I don't think you should negotiate how much somebody get to weigh, how much they get to hydrate back up to, the size of the ring. You shouldn't be able to tell nobody what gloves they can wear. Anything that can have a competitive, like can affect the outcome of the fight.
Hey man,
I don't like you being able to negotiate this shit. That's
listen,
all I'm saying. But I feel what y'all saying too, bro.
Knockout, I respect your purity to the sport of boxing.
But it don't
I
work that
love
way.
it and I respect it, Knockout. But look, man, this shit is nothing but karma. No, I want you to think about it, right?
I'm listening.
Who the fuck they learned that from? Oscar.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was wrong when he did it. It was wrong when Floyd did it.
The shit was worse with Oscar against Floyd. It was like, we fight at 154. We fight in the ring I want. We fight in the gloves I want. He dictated everything.
And look, Floyd was dead ass wrong, bro.
Floyd, you know what
Floyd do that shit, bro. He was dead ass wrong, bro.
You know, but you know what? And this is why I respect Floyd Mayweather. You know, yeah, Floyd was a businessman, but there was a time where Floyd wanted to prove he was the best. I
got you, bro. I got you.
You know,
Floyd wanted to prove when I hear like so look, bro, like Conor Benn, for instance, bro. Conor Benn had Chris Eubanks at a catch weight.
Yo, Mike,
and he had Chris Eubanks at a rehydration where he was able to tell him how much water, how much food to eat. And that nigga was trying to cheat, bro.
Right.
And he was on PED, bro. He was trying to kill that man, bro.
Right. That shit crazy.
And then like look, the first time you pop, usually ain't the first time you cheat. So Canelo was having people at catch weight, rehydration closet. He out here juiced up like a motherfucker, man.
A-side, man. This A-side is what it is, man.
Ricky said A-side, bro.
This shit crazy. Here come Oscar. I want to expose Al Heyman, the bullshit. I mean, this guy's fucking crying in the camera. Nigga, this the shit you been we
your whole career, bro. Like
we remember that back in the day they had that commercial about drugs. He was like, I learned it from watching you, Dad. I mean, nigga, we learned it from watching you. And you out here crying now, bro.
Yeah, like I said, man. Didn't he pull Floyd up like a weight class or two?
Yeah,
2 weight classes.
Damn.
Look at all the shit he did with Canelo when he had Canelo and all the concessions people had to make with hydrating and shit like that. Now you crying? Don't cry.
That's the other thing too that I ain't really like. All them fans Oscar had, they gonna get behind Ryan like a motherfucker. It's like Floyd Oscar all over again.
Yeah, that's what they did.
They recreated it.
Yeah, they built Ryan up for the same thing. I think I said this like back when he was talking about he wanted to fight Tank before he talked about then he wanted that he was gonna fight Manny Pacquiao, bro. This is exactly what it is. It's art supposedly, even though skill wise it's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? But the Mexican versus black fighter, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? What I don't know how they consider Ryan Garcia the top Mexican fighter. I mean, I don't know where that come from, but yeah, as far as star power and getting butts and seats, definitely this era is that. But yeah, like I said, man, it was okay when a rabbit didn't have a gun, man. It's just PBC's turn. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, A17, but this is the only way I can get it to play. I was having mic issues yesterday, so I apologize for any audio issues. I have them fixed for next week, but hopefully everybody can hear me, man. Go ahead,
And
bro.
I was gonna say this now because I'm gonna have a cook session on my channel tomorrow about this and the logic and the honor in the B side though still because you know what, even though this fight is being made later in next year and these guys have fights, it shows a commitment of them wanting to fight, and then it's not so hard to get a deal done with the PBC. I mean, it's all this shit about they don't have no money, and now we watching them, book lock venues and shit a year out and all this for a fight
Yeah.
that got bigger financial, ties or a bigger financial opportunity. So hey man, I'm excited. Just when you was talking about the whole Floyd and Oscar shit right there, got me excited. Knockout, it got me
Yeah, me too,
excited
bro.
because it's like we get to see the next generation, and they gonna promote the shit out of it too.
Oh yeah, they gonna talk that shit. And shout out to my brother BFTB showing love in that CashApp. And yeah, I cooked on the 817. That's the first thing I covered was that boy Ottos and got out the hospital. He doing good and all that stuff. All right, what y'all got on Teofimo Lopez's change of opponents? I know you out there on the East Coast, one man. What you think, Tio? He fighting Sandor Martin now. Your boy Pedraza and pulled out that goddamn fight, bro. I talked about it earlier, but what's y'all thoughts on this shit, man?
Look, Tio can only do what he got to do. I mean, homeboy pulled out the fight. I don't see Pedraza as someone who ducks smoke, though. I mean, he's fought Lomachenko, he's fought Tank. Tank. I don't. He doesn't come off to me as a duck or anything like that. So, I mean, whatever the reason is, it is. And hopefully we can see them in the ring. But I don't feel too bad because that's not a fight that I feel like, man, if this don't happen, boxing lost out. I feel like it would have been a good fight, but I don't feel like it's anything where I need to be really disappointed because honestly, I really want to see what Teofimo Lopez is going to do, not him. So I'm good either way.
What you got on there, Rick?
Yeah, man, I agree, bro. Like, I can't say I've ever heard of. I never heard him ducking a fight. I don't know if there's something wrong, if he's injured, whatever. But I mean,
they said he had an illness, bro. They didn't say what it was, but they said he's sick.
Well, I don't know, man. Like I said, I whatever. Like, I'm not really worried about Tio. They kind of got him on a certain path or try to get him back to where he need to be. So, they're gonna put him in somewhere they know that he's got a good chance of, getting in there with. So shit, who knows? Like I said, this top rank, who knows? Maybe they moved him out the way for that reason. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell knows?
Mm-hmm.
And excuse. But as long as he fighting and Jonathan Simon said Pedraza has COVID, but I mean, well, COVID is the new ducking mechanism in boxing, right? So
they said, hold on, the story I read, I got it right here. They said non-COVID.
Oh, see, so who knows?
They say non-COVID.
I believe it because I got something. My wife caught something. There's something going around, so I believe it. And I could believe that it is something that can affect a fighter from training. I mean, it's just real. It's like respiratory. So
I believe that too. I'm reading an article right now. It says Sandor Martin has stepped in to replace the ill Jose Pedraza in the main event against Teofimo Lopez on December 10th on ESPN Madison Square Garden in New York. The former two-division world champion Pedraza had to pull out of the fight with former unified lightweight champion Teofimo due to a non-COVID-19 related illness. So I don't know if somebody else got some other information. Let me know. But that's what I got.
But there's definitely something going around. I'll say that.
Yeah, I got you. He ain't ducked no smoke before, so I'm with you.
Yeah, I've never seen that. So.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I'm sending out these links, y'all. We're about to get started. We're about 5 minutes away from the debate. KQKC just asked me to send a link to him again. I'll send it to you right now, OG. And then Jay Chestnut is on his way. And then I'm waiting on my brother Kyle. Kyle, where you at, bro? Are you in the building, man? Are you listening and not coming? Where you at, man? I need you up here so I can cook you, bro. We got, you know what I'm saying? We ready to get this thing started. Let me send this out. Okay,
you know who would have been a good fight for Teofimo Lopez at 140 if he didn't retire? I would have watched him fight Mikey Garcia. I think that'd have been a good fight.
No, it wouldn't.
Nah, because he's fighting the guy that beat Mikey.
Yeah,
So I
Mike.
ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't tripping. He fighting the dude that beat Mikey. So, all right, I just sent it. Let me text K. I just sent it back to him. Just sent. All right, bet. Let's see. All right, we got Jay Chestnut in the backstage. Let me pull him up. You catch the super chat from my bro BL. BL say with the $10. I want to know. I want Devin to get this fight, but this is the top 5 fight in boxing. It's a fight that I have wanted for a while, and I'm proud of Tank for this one. Yeah, shout out to Tank and Ryan for taking. There go KQ. I have wanted. Now all I'm waiting on is my opponent, bro.
What's up, OG?
Hit Kyle up one time, bro.
What up, man? Hold on. What's going on?
What's good with you,
No
bro?
much. What's good, KQ? What's good with you?
Not
Shout
much,
out
man.
to the OG Mr. Month with that cash. I appreciate you, Mr. Month. Let me hit Kyle up again, bro. What is man at, bro? While I'm waiting on him, y'all should know the rules by now. Everybody in the building, we got 3 rounds, 10 minutes each round, and then we got 5 minutes rebuttals. We're gonna be going at it over Keyshawn Davis and Abdullah Mason. Who is the better prospect? We're gonna have it judged by Ricky Williams, Kwame from Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk, and my brother Jay Chestnut. And the OG is going to moderate for us, bro. So we're gonna get it popping. Let me go around the panel first, and just as we always do, find out what the judges are looking for, so we can try to get this W. We'll go with Kwame first. Kwame, let everybody know what you're looking for and how we can win your vote in each round, man.
State facts. Stay on topic. Delivery. And just have the more convincing argument while following those guidelines, and you'll have a point from me.
Already. Let me go to Jay Chestnut. Jay, man, what can we do to win your vote, man?
For me, it's just staying on topic and just convincing me of your side of the argument. I haven't seen much from either of these guys, so like this will be a good debate for me to listen to and just convince me, with fresh ears. You know what I'm
saying? Already. Let's go to Rick. Ricky, what about you, man? What can we do to win you over, man?
Facts from the factory, staying on topic, not interrupting. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you interrupt somebody's cook session, you automatically lose that round with me.
Strict judge, I like it. You gotta be disciplined.
I second that.
KQ, what type of house you running today, man? What type of show you running, man? You gonna let us cuss each other out, man?
No, sir.
Let us cuss each other, man. What can we expect, man? What can we do?
No, sir. No cutting off. You gotta let your opponent finish his round. He have a right to every 10 minutes. Every second, all the way down to the 0. Also, the rebuttal. He has the 5-minute rebuttal all the way down to 0. So allow him to finish and wait till I say and start the clock before you go right ahead. All right? There you go.
All right, let me get this coin toss going. I'm still waiting on Kyle, man. I done sent him a message. He should be here any minute. I talked to him like 2 times today, so I know he's coming. But as soon as he get in here, he still got a minute for the debate supposed to start. So as soon as he get in here, we'll get this thing popping, man. OG, man, you saw the big news. I know your show was over before it was announced. What you think of taking Ryan, man? While I got you up here and we waiting on Kyle, man.
Well, it's not going to happen to me. I understand that it's not going to happen to me. And then they try to say that, well, this is the same thing. Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. No, it's not the same thing. Okay, it's not the same thing. Well, Tank want to stay busy fight. No, it's not the same thing. Because this is that's a bigger fight than Tank and Ryan. Now, I'm not saying no slide on Tank and Ryan, but no, it's not. So he's gonna fight. He's gonna fight 2 or maybe 3 guys, maybe 2 guys, I think, until that end of that year. No, but with Earl and Crawford, he agreed to everything.
Well, you know they announced it though. They done announced Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. That's been announced by Steven Espinoza, Tank and Ryan.
Yeah, but
you still calling bullshit on it.
It's a done deal, but it's not gonna happen to me.
Yeah. I agree with that. They say Tank got a fight coming up in January too.
Right, January 7th. Right.
Mhm.
So it's a done deal, no doubt about it. And he said Mayweather Promotions don't have nothing to do with it. So I don't know. But Tank lied a lot too, though. But so I don't know. But I think him and Ryan, you know, hey, maybe Tank did make a boss move. You know, who knows? So
yeah, man. But we got Kyle in the building, the boxing section up in this thing. What up with it, Kyle?
What's going on, big dog? You know, we ready to go.
Chilling, man. You got to already talk to the judges, man, and they gave they last instructions and last words or whatever. You got anything you want to say before we do the coin flip and get this thing popping, man?
Yeah. Facts over theatrics.
All right, that's a bit.
I need y'all to understand something. You know what I mean? If you like facts, let's state them. Let's understand them. Let's not just overlook them. You understand? And we ready to go.
I agree with you 100%. But I'm gonna say facts and delivery and theatrics.
We need some theatrics.
What I'm coming with. But let's I'm gonna be a gracious host, bro. I'll let you call it in the air, man. You got heads or tails?
Tails.
All right, let's see what he land on, man. All right, it's tails. Who you want to go first?
You know, you gotta go first, big dog. I went first last time.
I ain't tripping. Let me grab the question. One time. I bet. There it is.
all right. We got Knockout Boxing 86 TV going first. The first question for the first round. Now keep in mind, the first round, 10-minute round, and the rebuttal is 5 minutes. The first question is, who was the more impressive amateur fighter? You got 10 minutes knockout.
All right, bro. The more impressive amateur fighter between Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis is 100%, 1,000%, 1,000,000% clearly Abdullah Mason. And I'm going to explain to you why with all of these facts. My man said he likes facts. Well, let's deal with some facts. In 2017, Abdullah Mason competed in the Junior Olympics at the age of 13 years old. And he won them hoes. Won the whole Junior Olympic tournament at 13 years old. You know who else competed in the Junior Olympics? His name is Keyshawn Davis. Except for Keyshawn Davis was 15 years old. He was 2 years older than Abdullah Mason when he competed in the Junior Olympics. And guess what? He lost them hoes. So what's more impressive? Winning or losing? But let's keep going. In 2018, Abdullah Mason won the Junior National Open Championship at 14 years old. In 2019, the year after, so back-to-back years, he won the Junior National Open Championship at 15 years old. In 2015, Keyshawn Davis competed in that same goddamn tournament. Sure did. He competed in the Junior National Open Championship, and he lost in the semifinals at 15 years old. So while Abdullah Mason was winning Junior Olympics at 13 years old, Keyshawn Davis was losing them hoes at 15 years old. While Abdullah Mason was winning junior national titles at 14 and 15 years old, Keyshawn Davis at 15 years old was losing them hoes, bro. 2020 Youth National Championships. Abdullah Mason won them hoes at 16 years old. Guess who else competed in the Junior Youth National Championship? His name is Keyshawn Davis in 2016. And guess what happened? He lost to the same dude 2 times in the same goddamn tournament. His name is Mark Castro. So again, when he was 16 and Abdullah Mason was 16, they competed in the same goddamn tournament. And Abdullah Mason won every big tournament that he ever competed in while he was an amateur, while Keyshawn Davis lost all his big tournaments as an amateur. So who's the more impressive amateur? The guy that wins or the guy that loses? Now, Abdullah Mason, I would love to talk about the Olympics that Abdullah Mason went in. I would love to talk about his world championship appearances and shit, but I can't. Because he was so goddamn impressive as an amateur, they signed him pro at 17 years old. You know what Keyshawn Davis was doing at 17 years old? He was still competing as an amateur because nobody was looking at him at 17 like, oh, you got mad talent, bro. We need to sign you, because he kept losing all the tournaments that Abdullah Mason kept winning. Abdullah Mason signed a top rank at 17 years old. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, promoters in boxing, and also specifically for 135 pounds in America. Keyshawn Davis at 17 years old was still in the amateurs. Abdullah Mason lost 2 fights. 2 fights according to BoxRec as an amateur. Keyshawn Davis lost 13 fights as an amateur. And if he got all this talent and he's more impressive, why did he keep losing to the same people? He lost to Mark Castro twice. He lost to Andy Cruz like 3 or 4 times. And furthermore, he had to continue fighting when he was 19, 20, 21, 22 years old because no one was trying to sign him. Abdullah Mason literally was sparring with Shakur Stevenson, and Bob Arum said, I got to sign him. I got to sign that guy right there. So who's the more impressive amateur fighter? Who's the more impressive amateur anything? If you and I are amateurs at something, I don't give a damn what it is, and somebody want me to turn pro and sign me at 17, but you got to keep fighting in the amateurs until you in your 20s for somebody to sign you, who's more impressive, bro? If every tournament that you competed in, you lost, and every tournament I competed in, I won, and I was younger than you when I won, and who's more impressive? The guy that's younger, right? Then you want to talk about his track record for losing. I didn't know that losing is something that we can call impressive. You saw Keyshawn Davis compete in the 2019 Pan American Games as an amateur. Lost them hoes. You saw Keyshawn Davis compete in the 2019 World Championships as an amateur. Lost them hoes. You saw Keyshawn Davis compete in the 2020 Olympics in the amateur. Lost them hoes. This man lost from the time he was 13, 14 years old. Every big national tournament, every big international tournament, he lost all them hoes. Meanwhile, Abdullah Mason was so impressive and so good. Not only did he win every tournament, the professional ranks looked at him and said, man, you ain't even got to go to that international shit, bro. You ain't even got to go to no Pan American Games to keep working on your skills. You ain't got to go to no World Championships to keep working on your skills. You ain't got to go to the Olympics to keep working on your skills. We want you right now. As a matter of fact, Bob Arum said he held his own in sparring against the best pros in the world. And everybody I've spoken to raves about his talent and work ethic. It takes a special type of kid to turn pro this young, and I have no doubt he will live up to the billing. Meanwhile, you know what Keyshawn had to do his first 3 fights? He fought on the zone. He was independent. Top Rank didn't even try to offer him a deal until he was 22 years old and 3 fights into his professional career. But they was offering Abdullah Mason shit when he was 17. That man couldn't even go buy a pack of cigarettes yet. He couldn't go buy a pack of cigarettes, still can't get a drink yet, and he already turning pro when Keyshawn is still trying to win still ain't winning national tournaments as an amateur and shit. This man Abdullah Mason was the more impressive amateur fighter, and every factual statement that you can think of points to it. Who's more impressive? The guy that turns pro early is always more impressive. That's always considered the guy that was more talented. That's how every single sport works. In football, the juniors that come out, they be more talented than the seniors that come out because they were able to come out early. So if you come out in football as a junior, you were considered to have a better amateur career, to be a more impressive amateur. Same thing in basketball. If you're able to come out after high school, if you're able to come out after 1 year of college and not have to go to college for 4, 5, 6 years before turning pro, they consider you to be the more impressive amateur, which is why you can turn pro early, bro. I don't even know what we're talking about. This man literally, like, not no me thinking or my opinion. He literally was so impressive as an amateur, he was able to turn pro 5 years before Keyshawn Davis was. That ain't like, there is no opinion in that statement, bro. That's a 100% fact. Like, no way around it, bro. So I give you a guy who won every big tournament versus a guy who lost every big tournament. I give you a guy who had to be an amateur till he was 22 years old versus a guy who turned pro when he was 17 years old. I give you a guy, they are signed to the same company. And that same company got the same matchmakers, the same leader in Bob Arum that they had for 70 years. And all of them looked at Keyshawn at 17 and said, keep going, young man. We'll see you in 5 years. They looked at Abdullah Mason in 17 and said, you know what? Yeah, bring your ass. We got to sign you. We got to sign you yesterday. So it's very clear who was the more impressive amateur fighter.
2 minutes.
The more impressive guy is the guy that they wanted to sign first, bro. The more impressive guy is the guy that was able to leave the amateurs. Once you become impressive enough, you try to leave, bro. Once you become impressive, you leave the amateurs and go on to bigger and better things. Abdullah made it to bigger and better things first. He made it to bigger and better things faster. Again, I think people are missing the point. The man was winning tournaments at the age of 13 that Keyshawn Davis was losing at the age of 15. The man was winning national tournaments at the age of 14 that Keyshawn Davis was losing at the age of 16, bro. While Keyshawn Davis was 19, 20 years old competing in amateur international tournaments, this man is already building his pro career, bro. It's not even close. I really don't even know what we're talking about, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'll stop right there, and I'll let Kyle go and try to come back, see what he has to say, see what argument he tries to make. Then I'll come back in my rebuttal. But that's my round one for right now.
All right. Okay, Kyle, it's time for that 10-minute smoke, baby. You ready to bring it?
Absolutely.
All right, go ahead, baby. You're on.
First and foremost, I gotta highlight my man's in him real quick, right? They didn't just sign him right off. We were talking about Abdullah Mason. They didn't just sign him right off. His dad was shopping him around, going to different gyms, asking different people, can they help him? Can they help sign him? So they didn't just walk up to him, going to all the gyms, say, oh my God, we gotta have Abdullah Mason. That's not how it happened. That's not what happened. So we can nip that shit into bud real quick. So that's the first point I'm about to make to end that shit. Okay. Number two, Keyshawn Davis had a plan. He already had a plan in place. He could have been went pro. They been wanting to sign him. And another thing that was wrong when you said that nobody wanted to sign him. He had to sign with his own. The thing about Keyshawn Davis, he was his own boss. He didn't have no manager. So he went straight to the source. He got the bag from Eddie Hearn, right, for 2 fights. He was on two of the biggest cards. That the zone had at the time. Then he goes into the Olympics. The Olympics. He gets all the way to the Olympics, fighting grown men. That's something that Abdullah Mason has never done, was fight a grown man. He has not fought a grown man. Okay? Keyshawn Davis is fighting grown men in these tournaments. He fought international. Abdullah Mason has never fought international. Ever has he fought international. And number three, okay? Top Rank came to Keyshawn Davis. They said, what do we have to do to sign you? We'll do anything. You know what they did? They signed his brother to a long-term deal. That's how Top Rank got Keyshawn Davis. So he didn't go begging for Top Rank. Top Rank came to him. So they knew they had to get the future of boxing. They know they had to get Keyshawn Davis. Okay, and then so that's one thing. And he's won the big tournaments. He's been to the international tournaments and placed in them. The only person that he lost to, he only lost to great fighters. You bring up Andy Cruz as if Andy Cruz is a bum. Nobody on Abdullah Mason's resume in the amateurs can hold his jock sweat. They can't hold his jock sweat. Nobody that Abdullah Mason fought can beat Andy Cruz at all. And in my opinion, I thought he beat Andy Cruz in the Olympic finals. Okay, so that's one of the things, right? Number 4, you got Keyshawn Davis going into the Olympics. He's fighting grown men that's been amateurs for years, fighting for their country because they can't fight nowhere else. They can't go pro because their country got them hostage. So he's fighting these same people that have been in the amateurs. They got the amateur system down packed. They know how many punches to throw. They know how to win the judges over and things like that. When you have a pro style like Keyshawn Davis has, it's harder to win these tournaments like that. And we know this because that's why we get so mad about the amateurs already as it stands today. Also, Keyshawn Davis was the most sought after Olympian out of all the Olympians. He had his own buzz. He had the biggest buzz out of all the people coming out, people getting signed out of the amateurs, getting signed out the Olympics. Keyshawn Davis was the biggest one. Everybody knows who Keyshawn Davis is, right? And he brings back Top Rank. And he talks about Top Rank, and I'm going to talk about this later on in my rounds about Top Rank and how they feel about Abdullah Mason and how they feel about Keyshawn Davis, right? So also, Keyshawn Davis, internationally, that point alone makes it that much better, because he had to build. Big boy. Okay, you gotta go, big boy. Go outside. Okay, I got you. So everything that Keyshawn Davis has done has been on a bigger scale. He's done more as an amateur. He's a more decorated amateur. He was a more sought after amateur. He fought in the Olympics. There's nothing else to talk about. He fought in the Olympics. Right? He fought in the Olympics. So that right there lets you know how good of an amateur career this man had. Big boy, you gotta go. You gotta go out. Come on. Yeah. So at the end of the day, Keyshawn Davis has a better resume than Keyshawn Davis. He's won all the JO tournaments that you can think of. The same JO tournaments that Abdullah Mason won, Keyshawn Davis has won the same ones, bro. He's done the same shit. So you can't overlook the one of the best amateurs that the USA boxing team has ever seen in Keyshawn Davis. And listen, I don't need the whole 10 minutes to prove to you guys that Keyshawn Davis is better. I don't have to use my whole 10 minutes for you guys to understand that he's a better amateur, strictly off of Pan Am Games alone, strictly off of the Olympics alone. Those two things right there put you over the top. You got to be the top fighter in the US to get to that point. To get to those fights, you have to be the top fighter, period. There's no ups, there's no downs, there's no other ways around it. And that's my time.
All right. Okay. That's it for Cal. Now, we got 5-minute rebuttal by none other than KO. Go ahead, baby. You got 5 minutes.
Oh, man. It's great when people fall into traps and shit. Like, I purposely didn't put the list of people that he lost to. I did that shit on purpose. I knew my brother Kyle was going to come up here and tell me Keyshawn only lost to great fighters. Said he only lost to great fighters. Well, then who in the hell is Rogelio Ortega that he lost to? Is he a great fighter? What about Christopher Zavala? Who that? Who is Christopher Zavala? And does anyone I know some of y'all seen Mark Castro fight. Keyshawn lost to him 2 times. Are we calling Mark Castro a great fighter? I'm just trying to figure out. Then he said Keyshawn Davis went to the Olympics fighting grown men. Well, last I checked, when Keyshawn Davis went to the Olympics, he was 21 years old, so don't that by definition make his ass a grown man too? Or we giving a sympathy fight for grown men fighting other grown men? I don't understand that. Then it's the whole Abdullah wasn't signed right off the bat. His dad was shopping him around. All right, cool. But he was signed at 17 years old. Who stopped Keyshawn from getting shopped around? Did his people not try to shop him around? Why did he decide that he wanted to stay in the amateurs? And the question wasn't about did Keyshawn Davis accomplish more? Is he a more decorated amateur? The question is, who was the more impressive amateur fighter? The more impressive amateur fighter is the guy that wins. The more impressive amateur fighter is the one that they say, you ain't gotta do this shit no more, bro. Look. You so good. You ain't even gotta do this shit no more. You so damn good. Them extra 5 years that this other guy got to fight, them Pan Am games he got to go to, you know what I'm talking about? Them world championships and shit he got to go to. Yeah, them hoes. Them Olympics he got to qualify for and then go in them hoes. All that shit he got to go to, bro, you ain't got to do that shit no more. That's how impressive you are. You ain't even got to do that shit no more because you was winning tournaments that he was losing when you was younger than him. You, like, Keyshawn sparred Shakur too while he was an amateur. When he sparred Shakur, they didn't try to sign his ass. They went and signed Abdullah Mason though. I know that. When he was sparring people, they were like, "Yep, gotta have him. Gotta have him." Keyshawn went to the same gyms Abdullah went to. Abdullah from Ohio. Keyshawn right up the block from the DMV. They in the same circles and shit. They get the same type of work with the same type of pros and shit. And Abdullah he just was better, bro. He just was better. He just was more impressive. Keyshawn is more decorated. He did fight in the Olympics. Top Rank did go in and say, yeah, we'll bring your brother to it. But Keyshawn was also 22 years old when all that happened. Keyshawn also did fight on, like, bro, we can't just escape the facts. Like, he did fight on the Zone 3 fights first. How come right when he came out the Olympics, Top Rank ain't say, yeah, bro, we need you right now. We need you right now. We'll sign your brother. We'll do whatever we got to do. We want you. He was the most sought after person. Why they didn't sought after his ass right when he got out?
2 minutes.
All I know is this, bro. All I know is this. This notion that Keyshawn could have been went pro, that's your opinion. He could have been did this, been did that. Well, he didn't, bro. All we have to go off of is what they actually did. And when you break it down, to close it out, when you break it all down, we got one amateur fighter that won every big tournament that he was in. We got another amateur fighter that lost at every level. Again, Keyshawn lost to Rogelio Ortega in the 2015 Junior Nationals. He lost the Youth National Open Tournament in 2016. He lost the Pan American Games in 2019. He lost the Olympics in 2020. He lost the World Championships in 2019, bro. Abdullah Mason won everything he ever competed in, bro. Like he won everything and then turned pro 5 years earlier with a contract from the same company that Keyshawn Davis got one from. And how you only lose to the best when you got 13 losses in your amateur career per box rate. And Abdullah Mason got 2. How are you only losing to the best, bro? So he lost to multiple people on multiple occasions. And he accomplished more because he had to stay longer. There are plenty of people in amateurs that accomplish more because they stayed longer, but they weren't nearly as impressive. Goddamn Damian Lillard in the damn basketball, he scored more career points in basketball in college than Kevin Durant did. But Kevin Durant was able to leave the University of Texas after 1 year because he was more impressive. And the NBA said, nah, nigga, we need you now, bro. I was like, you could probably go do more, but we need you now, bro. You that good. You that impressive. That's what Top Rank and that's what boxing did with Abdullah Mason. You could probably go to the Pan American Games. You could probably go to the Olympics one day.
Time.
We need you now, bro.
Time. Yes, sir. All right. That was the first round, baby. Oh no.
I got a rebuttal.
Yeah, right. I know. That's right. I forgot. Yes, sir. Don't forget. I ain't forgot. All right. Okay, Kyle, go ahead and shoot your 5 minutes rebuttal, baby.
You know you done fucked up, right, KO? You know you done fucked up, right? Because he didn't go straight to the Olympics. Remember, he didn't go, and it wasn't 2020. It was 2021 because it was the pandemic. So he had 2 professional fights before they took him and to sign him to the Olympics. Okay, so he already had the 2 fights, just like the fighters that he fought in the Olympics had professional fights before he fought them. All right, so that's the 1 point. Okay, and also Keyshawn Davis was getting paid to stay with the USA team. He was getting paid to stay. That's why he stayed for so long, because he was getting paid to. So Abdullah Mason, he had to get it. He had to go get the money. The money was already coming to Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis already had that bread. He was already getting the money. So people go pro to make money because they struggling financially. That's why most people go pro. Most people don't go pro just to go pro. Most people stay amateur so they can get more experience, so for their pro career to be even better. And of course, he lost more times. He had more amateur fights. Dog, he had over 90 amateur fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? Abdullah Mason had 27 fights. So of course, if you fighting longer, you might lose. You might lose. You know what I'm saying? Because you fighting longer. You've been fighting forever. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, Abdullah Mason wasn't getting paid. Keyshawn Davis been getting paid. He been getting paid. He was getting snipings to stay. That's how good he was. They said, hey man, we cannot let you go. Please stay. We got this bag for you to stay. So That's why he stayed. It wasn't that he couldn't go. He had the potential to go, but I'd rather make 200,000 off a fight than make 5,000 my first couple fights. Why would I do that? When I can leverage the Olympics for a bigger payday, which ultimately he did. So the reason why he signed with DAZN for those 2 fights, it was to leverage. So he leveraged his cachet for those 2 fights to put his brother on them cards too. Don't forget that. So he used the cachet from his amateur career, the money that he already had, because he was like, okay, I made enough money now, so I can go do my thing, do the Olympics, get this bag, and I can go pro and get more money. So that's why he stayed. He didn't stay because he couldn't win. He didn't stay because he wasn't good enough to leave. He was good enough to leave, but he was that great that they wanted him to stay, so they paid him to stay. So that's why he stayed. That's my time.
All right. Okay, Cal, you going in and out too when you lean back, so keep in mind in that. All right. All right. Now, all right. Okay, let's see what the judge has got to say. All right, let's hear from you, Rick.
I gave around the KO. Really, he kind of stated facts of what happened within the amateur ranks, that Davis had more losses, that Abdullah Mason did ring in the Junior Olympics and the Opens. Cal kind of went off about what it took to be a pro. He didn't really explore his amateur experience. So that's why I gave it to KO.
All right. Okay, we got upper echelon is in the building. What's going on, baby? How you judged it?
There's no upper echelon. You got Jay Chestnut, and you got Kwame from Lawyer to the Game Boxing.
Oh, Lawyer to the Game. I don't know why.
You got
okay,
Jay.
Go ahead, Kwame. I'm sorry, I didn't even see. They don't have no names up there, so. All right, go ahead, Kwame.
It's all good, OG.
All right.
Man, first of all, just want to give both you guys a huge shout out on that exciting first round. It was a good first round. So with knockout, speaking about Abdullah Mason, I think it was very impressive. Just bringing up all the tournaments he won. I think also noting that Keyshawn fought in the same tournaments and lost. I mean, that was pretty strong evidence of, what I would think would be more impressive as an amateur. And I think, that's exactly what the question was about. And also then Kyle brought up, the pinnacle of the amateurs, is the Olympics, and he medaled, so that really was really tough to go back and forth about. I think, Knockout made more of a point of longevity, and Kyle talked about the prestige of what Keyshawn Davis did. So that was really tough. But then, when we went to the rebuttal rounds, and they were talking about, Abdullah Mason being shopped. I mean, that was also a good point that was brought up when they said he was being shopped, and then Kyle said, it wasn't like he was being sought after. They went to go look for, more promoters to pick him up. So then the other part with Kyle speaking on Keyshawn fighting in the Olympics and saying he beat a lot of grown men. Knockout did a good job with that because Keyshawn was 21 years old. I mean, you're legally able to drink at that age. So, I mean, you're a grown man too. So I think Knockout did a good job with that. The only thing is I wish at Kyle's rebuttal stayed more on what Keyshawn did as a pro more than his amateur and getting paid. And I wish he would have stayed more on topic with him just being an amateur, because once you get paid, you're not really an amateur anymore. So for that reason, just from the
But USA boxing,
round,
you get paid though. USA boxing, you get paid to be a part of USA boxing.
Okay,
so it's not like it's not like college where you can't get paid.
I see. Okay. But I still feel as if a lot of the round you talked about, what he did with the zone and fighting, and it didn't prove that he was. To me, it didn't prove that he was like a better amateur. You saying that he got paid, but I don't know how that showed that he was more impressive. So for those reasons, I think Knockout just did a better job of showing sticking to the question in terms of who was more impressive in showing how he was more impressive with the tournaments, and I think that just kind of tipped over the edge for me. So I got to give it the knockout for the first round.
All right. What's the other judge's name? Knockout.
That's Jay Chestnut. That's Jay.
Okay. Jay Chestnut. All right. Go ahead, brother. You're on the last judge.
Okay, so it was a close round for me. I think y'all both made, like, first off, hell of a round for both of y'all. I edged the round to Kyle because I saw what you did. What he did was Knockout kept saying, like, the main point of Knockout's first round was that Abdullah Mason was more talented because he got signed younger. What Kyle was doing was refuting that point by saying that they paid him to stay as an amateur, and that's what he was doing. He was basically saying he was so great that they didn't want him to go pro. They wanted him to come back as an amateur to continue fighting for Team USA. I thought they made really, really good points on both sides, but that point kind of stuck with me because that kind of refuted everything that Knockout was trying to say of why Abdullah Mason was a more impressive amateur. You get what I'm saying? So I thought you guys both did a great job, but I edged that round to Kyle for me.
All right. Okay. That's the first round, baby. We got another round coming up. All right. Now, is the chat voting?
Yeah, they were voting the whole time while we go straight to round two.
Okay, we're going straight to round two. Okay, the rules are still the same. All right, this is on you, Kyle. It said, who has the higher ceiling? Who has the higher ceiling?
Hey, Knockout, and you that wasn't our question though. The first question wasn't our question.
I thought I'm looking at the email right now, bro.
It was
directly from the email with you and right side, bro.
It was worded a little different. But I'm just saying like the way I, you know what I'm saying, the way I was. But
I'll pull it up and I'll share the screen right now, bro.
Okay. Do you understand the Kyle though?
Yeah, no, we good.
Is the second question right? Hold on, is the second question right, bro?
No, yeah. No, we good. Okay. So
you ready?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to go, man.
Okay, all right, let's go. Got 10 minutes, baby.
All right. So higher ceiling. The higher ceiling is absolutely Keyshawn Davis, right? Keyshawn Davis already came in with the fan base. He already came in with a buzz, right? People already knew who Keyshawn Davis was when he stepped in. He's already been on co-main events. He's been on the biggest cards. The upside is there. Top Rank believes in him. That's why they putting him in these tough fights. They're fast tracking him right now. Top Rank is the best matchmakers, right? They're the best matchmakers. So if they're putting you in these fights with people that are damn near gatekeepers, and you're going into these fights, knocking people out, things like that, and then the fight that he has coming up is against a guy that fought Devin Haney, that fight Mikey Garcia, you know what I mean? And he's fighting him in his 7th fight. So that just shows you what already what you have with Keyshawn Davis. And if we want to talk about outside of the ring, which most people like to go to because it's about the money, right? So outside of it, he's more known. He's more sought after. People don't like him. They're gonna pay to see him. They're gonna pay to see him lose. And some people gonna pay to watch him win. So that right there in itself is a high ceiling, because as long as he keeps winning these fights the way he's winning these fights, people are gonna be intrigued. And as long as he keeps talking that shit and doing what he's supposed to do in the ring, the sky's is the limit. And off top, you can tell where his ceiling is, because if they didn't believe in him the way that they do, they wouldn't put him in these positions in which they put him in. You fighting on, and he's fought with 2 different promotional companies, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's fought, and he's been on 2 big cards. He's on the Canal undercards. Everybody says he's the face of boxing. I've been on this channel, and they told me that he was the face of boxing. That's why I lost the last debate, because Knockout said that Canelo was the face of boxing. So he's on Canelo's undercards. 2 of them, right? He's a co-main event in his 5th and 6th fight. You know what I'm saying? And he's fighting high level opposition to get him to the point to where he's fighting for a belt next year. And that alone, that just goes to show you how they really feel about Keyshawn Davis. And outside of the ring, we already know who's the bigger star. We already know who got the more potential star power because he talks. He's a talker. And most times, the people that talk, the people that are out there, those are the people that people follow. If we go back to the Roy Joneses, you know what I mean, of the world, people like Roy Jones because he talked that shit. Floyd Mayweather talked that shit. People paid to see Floyd lose, and that's the same thing we're dealing with right now. Because you know, we all know this is an Errol Spence channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Errol Spence fan. Most people want to see Keyshawn Davis lose because of his back and forth with Errol Spence. And this is a Gervonta Davis channel, but a lot of people love Devin Haney on this channel, right? And him going after Devin Haney, people want to see him lose. People want to see him lose. So that's the ceiling. When people hate you, they pay. When people love you, they pay. Those are the things that we got to understand. In Top Rank, they already showed you who they believe in more. They already showed you who they believed in more. You know what I'm saying? They put him in a position to fight the big fights, to move forward, because they know he's the bigger star. They know he's gonna be the bigger star. Abdullah Mason is great. We love Abdullah Mason, but you don't hear him talk, but you hear Keyshawn Davis. We see Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis has went viral plenty of times already. Hell, we helped him go viral at the boxing section. You know what I'm saying? So we know him. Everybody knows him. People outside of boxing, they know who he is because he was in the Olympics. So he's got a fan base. He's got a big fan base. And you know he the real deal when his brother couldn't get a deal. He got his brother a deal, right? Now his little brother is coming to amateurs. His little brother's going to get a deal off the strength of him and his talent. So we got to know this. People want to fight Keyshawn Davis, right? It's the star power effect. It's like the Jake Paul effect. You know what I mean? Where it's like you don't like him, so you want to see him lose. So no matter what, you're going to root against him. So even the rooting against him means that he is the topic of conversation. So in my estimation, and then we got to think about this. You got one of the best teams in boxing. Whether you hate Terrence Crawford's team or not, they got world champions. They saved world champions from out of obscurity. You know what I'm saying? They've done that. So he has everything you need. He has the machine behind him, and also he's his own manager. He's his own business. He's a businessman. So he's not a business. He's not a businessman. He's a businessman. So he can go outside management. The management team that Abdullah Mason has, he has to stick with Top Rank. He has to. You never seen Jay Prince step outside of Top Rank. You never seen Jay Prince work with PBC. You never seen Jay Prince work with DAZN. You never seen it, but you have seen Keyshawn Davis work with DAZN, right? The first 2 fights. He's his own manager. So he can move how he want to move around. But if you sign to Jay Prince, you stuck like Chuck. You don't go nowhere else. In order for you to get as big as you could be, you got to step outside of Jay Prince, i.e. Floyd Mayweather. So with that being said, the ceiling is the businessman. That's my time.
All right. It's getting hot up in here, baby. It's getting hot up in here. Kyle came with
It's cool as a motherfucker fan. Right. OG, I don't know what you talking about. It's cool. Man. I ain't feeling no pressure. No whatsoever.
All right.
None whatsoever. Let me know when it's my turn.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and hit it, baby. It's your turn now.
So everybody that know, this is the part where like I rebuttal and spit my round at the same time. So let's just kill all the shit he was talking with one bar, one noise, right? So basically, Keyshawn is more known because Keyshawn on Canelo card. Keyshawn do a lot of talking because he's more known. Keyshawn got the star power effect. I do want to say shout out to the boxing section for helping Keyshawn Davis go live, go viral. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kyle in the boxing section. Y'all go subscribe to my brother, but they help Keyshawn go viral. So I got all these points that Keyshawn Davis has a higher ceiling because Keyshawn Davis is more known than Abdullah Mason. Jake Paul is more known than Xander Zayas, but who got the higher ceiling as a boxer? Jake Paul is more known than Keyshawn Davis. He's more known than Abdullah Mason. He's more known than Raymond Ford. He's more known than pretty much every boxer that we have in boxing today, but damn near 99.9% of them have a higher ceiling than goddamn Jake Paul. Being more known does not make you have a higher ceiling. I don't know what Kyle is talking about, bro. I have no clue. I don't know what point he was trying to make. So hopefully your rebuttal is stronger because you got your whole round just got killed in one line. Being more known, being a more known fighter does not make your ceiling higher. But let's talk about some things that do make your ceiling higher. Let's talk about age. Let's talk about the time that you have to perfect one's craft. You have a fighter in Keyshawn Davis who is 23 years old. You have a fighter in Abdullah Mason who is 18 years old. Assuming that they are both healthy, assuming that they both stay relatively injury-free, my brother Abdullah Mason has more time to spar. He has more time to train. He has more time to gain experience in big fights and other fights. He has literally time on his side to have a higher ceiling because he has more time as a professional, assuming that they are both going to be healthy throughout their career. As a matter of fact, if you go look on their box rec, you will see that Abdullah Mason already has a fight scheduled for December, meaning by the time this year is over, both Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis will both have 6 professional fights. And both probably be 6-0. So they'll have 6 professional fights, except for one of them will be 18 years old, and the other one will be 23 years old. So how can you have a higher ceiling than me when I got more time than you to practice our craft? I literally will have numerous more camps than you will have because my ceiling is higher. But let's stop with the age and let's keep going. Let's talk about talent. Now, we already proved in the first round that because of his talent, because he was 17 able to turn pro, because he is the one that was considered more of a prodigy than Keyshawn Davis. I don't care what you telling me about him getting paid as an amateur. If you that cold, won't somebody pay you to be pro? Won't they pay you to be pro? Why he just ain't go pro and start his shit if he was that good? I ain't never heard of an athlete in the history of any sports. We all know the pros pay more than the amateurs, even if the amateurs getting paid. So if you got the opportunity, if you that goddamn good where the amateurs won't pay you, the pros don't want to pay you too. So we already established that at a younger age, Abdullah Mason was more talented, meaning the more talent you have, the higher your ceiling because you're considered to be more talented at a younger age, and y'all already got identical damn near amount of professional experience. And by December, Abdullah Mason will have just as much professional experience as Keyshawn Davis, but he'll be 5 years younger and have a 5-year head start. Genetics and athleticism. Keyshawn Davis can't help this shit, but Keyshawn Davis is 5'8.5" with a 70-inch reach. Abdullah Mason got Terrence Crawford dimensions, 5'9" with a 74-inch arm reach, and he only 18 years old. His genetics will allow him to grow more. Keyshawn Davis is much closer to his prime than Abdullah Mason is. So therefore, Abdullah Mason has a higher ceiling. Hell, the fact that we haven't even having this debate, that we can even have a legitimate debate about Abdullah Mason, who is 18, and Keyshawn Davis, who is 23, the fact that we can even have this conversation and no one in the goddamn chat. We got almost 200 people in the chat. We got 6 people up here in the panel. Ain't nobody say, hell no, y'all shouldn't even have this damn conversation. This shit don't compare. The fact that we can even have this conversation lets you know that Abdullah Mason got a higher ceiling, bro. Because we are going life and death with an 18-year-old and 23-year-old. Bro, it just is what it is because of his talent, because of him having more time to perfect his craft, because of the fact that he is naturally already bigger than Keyshawn Davis. He has more room to grow. He has a higher ceiling. He also can translate to other weight classes better than Keyshawn. At some point, Keyshawn ain't gonna be long no more. That 70-inch arm reach, everybody at 140 got a 70-inch arm reach, homeboy. Everybody at least 5'8". You know what they don't have? Abdullah Mason arm still gonna be long for 140. They still gonna be long for 147. He still got way more growing to do. Bro, his ceiling's just higher, bro. Keyshawn Davis is already closer to his prime. By definition, if one person is closer to their prime and the other person is further from their prime, the person that is further from their prime has the higher ceiling. That's just a fact, bro. That ain't me making shit up. That ain't an opinion. That is how sports have been looked at from the beginning of time. Higher ceiling means potential. The person with the more potential is the one that people perceive to be able to have a longer career. The person with the better potential and higher ceiling is always the person that people perceive that has more room to grow. That's in every sport. They look at fighters, they be like, yo, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. They both real good. But this dude 5 years younger, he got a higher ceiling. I'm going to pick the dude that's 5 years younger. They literally do that in every sport, bro. Like that, I ain't making shit up. They look at athletes and be like, all right, they both got power. They both got good ring IQ. They both got a good jab. They both athletic as hell. They both got good footwork. They both got good defense. They both got good amateur pedigree. So which one you want then? How old are they again? Oh, he's 23, he 18. Oh shit, give me the 18-year-old. Literally everybody do that shit, bro. Literally everybody. Like no one is going to take the older fighter, bro. Nobody. Not a single talent scout in any sport is looking at two talents that are relatively the same and being like, give me the guy that's 5 years old. So because of his age, because of his talent at a younger age, and because of the fact that he can grow more genetically and athletically since he is younger, he has more room to grow, meaning that he has a higher ceiling. That's my time.
Wow, man. Ooh, man, Kyle. Man, come with that smoke, baby. Man, you got 5 minutes on that rebuttal, baby. All right, you ready?
Absolutely.
All right.
Canelo Alvarez was young. Yeah, Canelo Alvarez was younger than Floyd Mayweather, correct? OG?
Yes, sir.
Canelo Alvarez was younger than Floyd Mayweather, right?
Yes.
Right. Who had the higher ceiling? Floyd Mayweather. Still, no matter how fucking old you are, you know what I'm saying? Because if you get to a certain level that the person that's younger than you don't get to, don't matter how fucking old you are. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody taking fucking Darren Garland over no fucking Kevin Durant because he's younger. Nobody's doing that. So just cause the motherfucker younger don't mean your ceiling is higher because you're younger. Because my skills can be sharpened just like your skills can be sharpened. You know what I'm saying? So the couple of years difference don't mean shit. Right? At the end of the day, that don't mean nothing. Because Jerron Ennis is older. You know what I'm saying? Jerron Ennis had hella fights. At the end of the day, it don't matter. At the end of the day, the ceiling, you only as good as your skills and your ability to sell. I don't give a damn about nothing else because we all know boxing is a business, and he don't have the sellability. I don't give a fuck how old he is. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn how much older he is. They're not that much older. Anyway. Right? They really not that much older. He's not that much older than the nigga anyway. Because y'all said y'all brought up Keyshawn Davis in the Olympics. Y'all said he a grown man. So they both grown men. So who gives a fuck? They both the same goddamn age. You know what I'm saying? In y'all book, in your mind, you know what I'm saying? Y'all brought up the Olympics. Y'all said he a grown man. So he a grown man too. So the years don't separate them by much. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, just because you're younger don't mean that your ceiling is better. You got the better team. You got better sparring. Keyshawn Davis has better sparring. He has a better team. His team has been proven to do more. His team has been proven to produce world champions already. The jury is still out on Abdullah Mason's team because if anything, his ceiling is not greater because in his 6 fights, he got dropped already. Keyshawn Davis didn't get dropped. Shit ain't even been close. So when you talk about the ceiling, you better make sure he got a chin that can hold up. That's what you better be. That's what you better hope for. You better hope the man got a chin. Understand that? So the ceiling as much as y'all say he's younger, that don't mean shit. Because if your chin don't hold up, your potential don't mean a goddamn thing. Niggas live and die with potential all the goddamn time. Adrian Bronner was the potential king. He had the biggest. His ceiling was supposed to be the biggest thing. He was never bigger than Floyd Mayweather.
2 minutes.
He was younger than Floyd. He was younger than Floyd, right? Him and Terrence Crawford about the same age. You know what I'm saying? Who accomplished more? So at the end of the day, don't matter how fucking old you are. It really don't. At the end of the day, it depends on your skills and your marketability. And if you can't be marketed, it don't matter how good it don't matter how great you are. It don't matter because your ceiling is on. You can only plateau to a certain level. So that's my time.
Ooh, all right, man. Oh man. I can't tell you. And now it's heating up. Baby. Now it's heating up. Man, we got my man. We got the light-skinned brother. KO coming in with that rebuttal. All right, let's go, baby. You got 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
So, Canelo and Floyd. Floyd had a higher ceiling, but Floyd and Canelo were fighting, and Floyd was 36 to 35. He was in his mid-30s when they fought, and Canelo was like 23 years old. I really don't know what that has to do with our conversation. Then it's just cap all over the place. First of all, you said he's a couple years older than Abdullah Mason. That don't mean shit, and then he's not that much older than Abdullah Mason, but Keyshawn Davis will be 24 years old in February, and Abdullah Mason will still be 18. He doesn't turn 19 until April. So last I checked, 5.5 years is a long ass time in boxing. As a matter of fact, 5.5 years is so long that 5.5 years ago, Keith Thurman was still considered to be the man. So how the hell 5.5 years age difference don't mean nothing? If 5.5 years ago, Keith Thurman was considered the man of the welterweight division, but you want to get up here and tell the people that 5.5 years ain't that much of a difference. It's a huge difference when you're discussing someone's ceiling and someone's potential. The other thing I heard, I keep hearing about sales and marketability and how Keyshawn Davis is going to sell, and he can sellability, marketability. He can sell. What did his numbers do at the live gate when he was the main event? Oh shit, he ain't never been the main event before. What did his numbers do when he was on pay-per-view? Oh shit, he ain't never been on pay-per-view before. So how do we know this dude sells? Like all these opinions and shit, what I know for a fact is he ain't never sold shit because he ain't never been the marquee on shit. So how we know he's selling, bro? Like what goddamn proof do we have that he has ever sold anything? Then the other rebuttal I gotta do where I gotta call cap. I have to call cap, and I don't believe. I mean, it's up to the judges and shit, but you can't really. I don't think you could be capping and win a debate. But that's just my opinion. But we'll see what the judges say after this round. But I would like everyone. We got 187 people in here. If you got multiple screens, if you got another device, could everybody please go to Abdullah Mason's box rec? Because my brother Kyle told me, like I ain't watched every Abdullah Mason fight. He told me that Abdullah Mason got dropped before. I'm trying to figure out which fight because he ain't never been dropped before. Like ever. Like never. Like all 5 fights never dropped. So what we talking about, bro? Like I don't know why that was like that shit didn't happen. Maybe it's some fight that he ain't fought yet, or it's some fight that was untelevised, or it was some fight that you know what I'm saying, that maybe just the general public wasn't privy to. Maybe it was like when Rocky and Creed fought the third time that didn't nobody really know about, that they fought at the end of the second movie and we didn't really get to see how it happened. Maybe that's the shit that Abdullah Mason did when he got knocked down. Because if you actually look at the fact, he ain't never been knocked down before. So please, everybody look so we can make it clear that that's cap, that's false, that's fugazi. That shit didn't happen, bro. So now back to the original question. Now that I've rebutted everything and I got a little bit more time to drive it all home so we don't lose what the question actually is. But even though he went off topic, I still had to rebuttal.
2 minutes.
Who has the higher ceiling? It is the fighter that has more time to practice their craft. It is the fighter that has 5 more years worth of being able to hit the heavy bag. 5 more years worth of being able to go run miles. 5 more years worth of sparring. 5 more years worth of hitting the speed bag. 5 more years worth of getting extra fights. It is the fighter that is naturally already bigger, so he can grow into more weight classes. He has a 4-inch arm reach advantage. He's an inch and a half taller. He's younger. So 18-year-olds, they keep growing. By the time you 23, 24 years old, you ain't growing no more, bro. He literally meets the criteria in the definition for having a higher ceiling. And I'll close it how I closed the beginning of this second round. You can consider them very close. You can say that they're both talented. You can say that they both got mad skills and great amateur pedigree. You ask any matchmaker, you ask any promoter, you ask anybody in the business of boxing who they would take, they're going to look you in your eyes and say, oh, they're relatively equal. Just give me the young guy. He's got a higher ceiling, more potential. I can do more with him. That's literally how every single sport works, bro. So I don't know what we're talking about. That's my time, man.
All right. Okay, man. Oh man, it's getting it's fired up in here, baby. I'm hearing some good stuff though. I'm learning some things. I don't know about y'all. I'm learning some things about both guys. That's right. All right, let's see what the judges got to say. All right, we're gonna start with my man J Chestnut. What's going on?
All right, for me, that was a knockout round for me. Kyle, I low-key would have liked for you to stick a little bit more to his in the ring, like why he had a higher ceiling in the ring. You know what I mean? I see what you did as far as kind of trying to paint the whole picture, but I definitely would have liked, because when I think higher ceiling, I'm thinking about, you know, the ceiling, the talent that's in the ring. You know what I mean? So I would have liked for you to stick just a little bit more onto, you know, why he has a higher ceiling inside the ring. But good round though. But I gave that one a knockout for sure.
All right. Okay. All right. We got my man Loyal to the Game is up in here. What's going on?
Man, this is a fire round.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to knockout. Kyle had me until we found out that Abdullah Mason getting dropped was capped, because
You saw the fight?
Well, you told me to look on. I looked.
Did you
on
see the fight though? Did you see the fight?
No, I'm looking on box record. I don't see any knockdowns on his record.
Did you see the fight though?
No. No, I didn't see the fight. I could only go by what are the facts. There's no knockdown on his record, and I don't see any knockdowns. I mean, Terrence. We could feel that Terrence Crawford got knocked down by Mean Machine, but there's no knockdown.
Okay.
So, from what the last judge said as well, was more along the lines of him talking about his ceiling based on his talent and his attributes. I think the part about him being younger was key. And then also the arm reach, showing that he has a longer arm reach and he can grow into different weight classes. I think that kind of sealed it for me, because if you could go into different weight classes and do more, to me that makes your ceiling higher. So I had to get that to knockout.
All right. Okay, Rick.
I can't even lie. That was a good ass round, right?
Yes, sir.
How I perceive this is that Cal kind of was addressing the business ceiling, right? The business ceiling of Keyshawn Davis, right? Again, you know, the marketability, the sellability, things of that nature. Knockout was on his ceiling as a fighter, right? So they was kind of attacking the question from two different aspects, right? And shout out to Cal. He came, you know, saying he had the highest ceiling as far as the biggest card that top ranks behind him. He's under a camp with Bo Mack and them, who's that in his opinion has a record of making fighters champions, right? And then KO went to, you know, he's younger, he's talented, he has more years to develop, things of that nature. And what knocked it over for me is that when he went to the analogy about other athletes, right? Because the truth of the matter is he kind of attacked Kyle's own point, his own angle, by saying, again, if you were the NBA player or football team, any other sport in America, including boxing, if you have two athletes of the same accord, same talent, same skill set, they're going to take the younger one because business-wise, that's a better choice, right? So he kind of jumped into Cal's own pool with that one. With that being said, I give this round to knockout.
All right. Okay.
Hey, but real quick though, big dog, you gotta go watch the fight though, big dog. You gotta go watch the fight.
I watch
I watched the fight.
Yeah.
I watched the fight, and the real said it wasn't a knockdown, bro. You got to go out like we can have our opinions of whether or not it was a knockdown,
Right.
but they ruled it not a knockdown, bro.
And the one thing I do want to say, knockout, you did kind of make a moot point because
You do know the sports references was his and not mine though, right?
no, that
He brought up the sports,
understand it.
and I rebutted the sports.
Yeah. That if you give me a second, right? That's why I'm saying you kind of made a moot point where you addressed about the money issue when Cal already addressed that in the first round. So I think that was kind of a moot point, right? As far as receiving stipends, because the reason why, and Cal explained, is that why would he get money as an amateur? Because he's going to get more money as an amateur getting stipends, right? Instead of coming up and being a low ranked amateur, a low ranked prospect fighting for $4 or $5, $10,000, $25,000, things of that nature. So I think that was a point. But what I really wish Knockout would have jumped on was his team that Cal opened the door for. Because again, Bud Crawford has a great ceiling, but has he reached it? No. Has he? No. Cal used the reference as far as the seats and filling seats and all that stuff, and we know Bud couldn't sell hot links at a barbecue. You know what I'm saying? So if you had attacked that point to kind of get his team out the way, I think it would have been an even uglier round. But still, I still get that round a knockout.
Okay. Yeah, I want to ask you that, Kyle, too.
I didn't think they had nothing to do with the question. That's why
I didn't know that this fight.
Yeah,
you said what now, OG?
No, I didn't know that that the USA team I thought amateurs, it was against the rules that they take any endorsements, anything like that.
No, they get it's snipers is what they call it.
Oh,
they call them whole stipends and shit, and he taught me something on that shit. That's why I
didn't know either. Man.
I ain't
my
gonna
first
call
time
cap on
knowing
that.
that. See, that's why I said you got to listen to the debates, cause see, I didn't even
You
know
gonna
that.
learn something. You gonna learn something listening to this shit, man. Everybody get the dub. Look, real quick before we get to round 3, everybody go hit the like button. Everybody subscribe to my bros, man. We got Ricky Williams boxing up here. We got Kwame from Lord to the Game boxing up here. We got Kyle from the boxing section. We got my brother KC Boxing Network up here, man. Y'all go subscribe to all these brothers' channels, please, man. Please. We gotta help each other grow, and the best way to do that is if we got 192 people in here like we did right now. Hopefully everybody can grow by 192 subscribers if you ain't sub to them already. So please go subscribe to their channels. Go check them out, man. They all doing great work on every single one of their platforms. Fellas, when y'all have time, drop your link in the chat for me, and I'll make sure I highlight it up on the screen as we wrap up the debate. Let's go ahead and go to round 3, KQ, and let's get it popping, man.
All right. Okay. I think what this Kyle. Yeah, I think it's Kyle. Yep.
No,
right.
It's on me. It's on me. I gotta go.
Knockout. Right, because you went second. All right. Yes, sir. Okay. Third round. Rules still the same. If they fight right now, who wins and why? You got
Abdullah
10 minutes.
Abdullah Mason wins that fight. Abdullah Mason wins that fight, number one, because Keyshawn Davis has never fought a professional southpaw before. Every fighter that he's fought in his professional career has been an orthodox fighter. So the angles that Abdullah Mason will present to him, being that he's a southpaw, that straight left hand, that great right hook that he had, those are going to be problems and something that Keyshawn Davis adjusts to, and it's going to take him a few rounds to adjust to it. He's not a huge combination puncher anyway, so he's going to run the risk of falling behind in the fight and start chasing the fight against Abdullah Mason. And so the southpaw stance and that lack of experience against the southpaw is going to really do something bad for Keyshawn Davis, because at the end of the day, like, you want to have some experience. And remember, the question is that they fight right now. So if you don't have any experience against a southpaw fighter professionally, you do not want your very first time going against a southpaw fighter. You do not want it to be Abdullah Mason, bro. Like that should not be the first southpaw that you fight. So that's point number one. Point number two, the reach and the length of Abdullah Mason is another reason that he'll win that fight. Now, while Keyshawn Davis is pretty big for lightweight, he's 5'8.5". Abdullah Mason is 1 inch taller than him, but got a whole 4-inch arm reach advantage, meaning Keyshawn is going to have to try to break distance to try to box with Abdullah Mason. And if you look at his fights and you go watch them, because I watch both of these guys, all their fights, I'm huge fans of both of them. The one fighter that was able to go the distance, the one fighter that landed some shots on Keyshawn Davis, although he won, his name is Jose Mason. Jose Mason, too, has a 74-inch arm reach. He, too, is very long and wiry like Abdullah Mason. He was able to get some rounds in against Keyshawn Davis and land a couple of shots on him while Keyshawn Davis won the fight. And I'm sure everyone up here would agree, Abdullah Mason is much better than Jose Antonio Meza. And then if you go back and watch Keyshawn Davis's very first fight against Lester Brown, if you go watch the first round, you'll see Lester Brown land a nasty left hook on Keyshawn Davis in the middle of the shot. So lesser fighters have showed that he can be hit in between shots. And then lastly, Keyshawn Davis's hand positioning and his wide stance. If you watch Keyshawn Davis fight, while the skills are there, he does depend on being athletic a lot. And so with that comes, if you notice his hand positioning, his jab hand, which is his lead hand, his left hand, he always carries it very low. So he's always jabbing, bringing it back low, jabbing, bringing it back low. And if you look at the jab of Abdullah Mason and how fast it is, how piston-like it is, those different angles as a southpaw, he is going to be able to counter Keyshawn on top of that jab on a consistent basis. Keyshawn also likes to catch and shoot a lot. And Abdullah Mason is a very good combination puncher. So that catch and shoot shit, Abdullah Mason can fire off 3-4 shots before Keyshawn Davis will ever be able to catch and shoot anything because his hands are so fast. But the key reason, all of those things that I mentioned, the key reason that I want you guys to stick to as you picture this fight in your head, it has to be the angles that Abdullah Mason is going to present as a southpaw. The fact that he's just as athletic as Keyshawn Davis, and the fact that Keyshawn Davis has to close almost half a foot of distance in order to get his shit off against somebody like Abdullah Mason. So in closing that distance, can he escape that? Can he use good enough head movement to not get hit? Can he use good enough body movement to not get hit on his way in? He is constantly going to have to put himself in harm's way to get to Abdullah Mason, while Abdullah Mason can play much more of the positioning game. He can play much more of a distance control game. He can play much more of controlling his range. Keyshawn Davis can't do that because rounds will pass him by because he is the shorter arm fighter. So all of the physical advantages of these two have to go to Abdullah Mason, on top of the fact Abdullah Mason, he's fought nothing but orthodox fighters. So the angle that Keyshawn Davis is going to present to him as an orthodox fighter, that's not going to bother him. As I said, with Keyshawn Davis, it's the flip side of that, bro. He has never faced a southpaw fighter. And so the angles that Abdullah Mason brings to him are going to be much different. They're going to be much different than anything that he's been used to as a professional fighter. And that wide stance that Keyshawn Davis has with that lead left hand low, that relying on your speed and athleticism. When you get in there with someone that has just as much speed and athleticism, you got to have other shit. And we've all seen Abdullah Mason, if you go watch his fight, everything that he does very well. The half step back counter game, nasty. Go look at his last knockout. Dude reached in with a left hook and tried to follow up with a right hand because why? Abdullah Mason was way longer, like he's longer than Keyshawn. Abdullah Mason, half step back, left hand right down the pipe. Very good at doing that. Half step back, uppercut game, nasty. You know what I'm saying? He got everything that you need to be able to control and tame a shorter arm fighter. He's in a position at 5'9" with a 74-inch arm reach, kind of like Terrence Crawford was when he was down at 135. The physical advantages are just too good and they're too dire for someone like Keyshawn Davis if these two were to fight. We always have a saying in boxing, those of us that break down film, those of us that really study the game and pick fights on a weekly basis, when you got two really good boxers, typically more times than not, the really good, taller, longer boxer will typically beat the smaller, shorter arm boxer because they both got skills. It's just too much distance for them to close, bro. It's just way too much distance. So Abdullah Mason's check right hook, his pivot game, his lateral movement, that half step back counter, the distance control with the jab. Sometimes he pumps it out. Sometimes he uses it as a range fighter. Sometimes he throws it out real sharp. His lead hand it's too variated, and those 4 inches will be too much for Keyshawn to overcome if they were to fight right now. So I'd have Abdullah Mason winning that fight for those reasons. Just to sum it up for y'all, I hope I didn't lose anybody. No southpaw experience for Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis has already struggled with reach a little bit. The only guy to ever give him rounds and go to distance and have competitive rounds with him was a guy that was just as long as Abdullah Mason. And Keyshawn Davis has not yet fixed his problem with his hand positioning. Go look at his Andy Cruz fight. He kept getting countered by Andy Cruz because Keyshawn Davis carries his lead left hand too low. And when he's in there with someone fast, like he was with Andy Cruz, like he will be with Abdullah Mason. He is going to leave himself open to be countered over the top, and they're going to counter on top of him all night. And then when he does try to fix it, and he does try to go into his high guard, Abdullah Mason will be able to take advantage of it because he's a very fast combination puncher. You got to get a nod to the guy that's longer in this fight, considering that they both got mad skills. That's my reason why Abdullah Mason will win the fight.
All right. That's all you got? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Kyle. 10 minutes.
That was cute. That was cute. That was real cute. The guy that your boy Abdullah Mason already struggled with in his 5th fight, right? Well, 4th fight, he already struggled. He already on the struggle bus already. Angel Ribeiro, 5'8", just like Keyshawn Davis, and he gave him all he could fucking handle. Busted his nose, all the shit. And that's one thing that you got to understand, that Keyshawn Davis, although he might be taller than Keyshawn Davis is bigger than Abdullah Mason. Like you guys alluded to, he's older, so he has his grown man strength already. He also has a great jab. He also has great defense. Everything that Abdullah Mason has, Keyshawn Davis has, but more experience. Because he's, like I said, he's already been fighting grown men already. He's already been around the world, so he fought every type of style you could think of. So he's seen it all. He's been there already. He's fought Andy Cruz. Nobody on Abdullah Mason's resume could even come close to anything that Andy Cruz can bring to him. You know what I'm saying? So he's already seen a slick southpaw fighter. He's already seen it all. He's already been through the ringer already, and he's bigger and he's stronger than Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason has already been nose busted, struggled already, and I don't give a damn what you say. If your hand touched the canvas, it's a goddamn knockdown. Period. He got hit, and his hand touched the goddamn canvas. If you ain't seen the fight, go watch it. But Keyshawn Davis, although he got touched, he never got dropped. His hand never touched the canvas. You understand what I'm saying? But Abdullah Mason has touched the canvas with the same guy, with a guy that's the same height as Keyshawn Davis. The same exact height. Arms about the same. He struggled. He's on the struggle bus. So you can't tell me that a guy that's been to the Olympics, that's been to the Pan American Games, can't walk him down. You can't tell me that. With the skill level and the boxing IQ that Keyshawn Davis has, you cannot tell me he can't walk a smaller guy down. You just can't tell me that. So you can't tell me he can't get past the jab when he has a great jab himself. They both have great hand speed. Keyshawn Davis has great hand speed. He takes great angles. He got a better corner. I don't give a damn how y'all feel about Bomac. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about Coach Red and Saul. At the end of the day, they've shown you that they can take a guy in Jamel Herring that was struggling, that lost and got kicked off the PBC, got signed with Top Rank and became a world champion because he changed his camps. So at the end of the day, you got to go with the corner. You got to go with the experience and skill level. You got to. There's no way around that. Feel how you feel about Bud Crawford not taking a fight with Earl Spence. Take that out your goddamn mind. That's what we battling right now. That's what we battling right now. Any fucking way. Take out the fact that Terrence Crawford is fighting Albanese and focus on the fact that Bomac and them great work ethic. They have a great system. You can't deny it. You can say he can't give good instructions in the corner all you want. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's got Terrence Crawford. He got Jamel Herring. He got So Cold Nelson. You know what I'm saying? He's got fighters. Let's be honest. Amir Khan would have been asleep because he's been asleep with way less. He's been asleep a lot. And when he got with Bomac and he survived a little bit longer. He quit against Terrence Crawford when he got the Hall of Fame trainer Virgil Hunter in his corner. So he quit. He didn't quit with Bomac. Bomac had enough, gave him enough energy and enough want to keep fighting Kell Brook. So at the end of the day, corner, skill level, experience, it all goes to Keyshawn Davis. That's my time.
All right. You still got some time left, but okay.
No,
All
man,
right.
listen. At the end of the day, we got 10 minutes for people that can't express themselves in less than 10 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the time is for. The time ain't for a nigga like me. It ain't for a nigga like Knockout. We done already gave y'all everything we need to give y'all.
All
I don't
right,
need to give you this
stop
whole
that
goddamn
shit.
10 minutes.
Stop
So
that
if anybody
shit,
say something with the goddamn time,
talk that shit. Okay. All right, Kale. Man, oh man. You got 5 minutes, baby. You got 5
Nigga,
minutes.
I said time already, goddamn. Hey man, look, bro. I mean, Kyle coming with passion. I appreciate that, but we just again, bro, like Abdullah Mason struggled with Rebolar. I mean, shit, he knocked him down in round 1 and won almost every round, bro. Like I don't know. I guess I be having different definitions of what the word struggle mean. I mean, cause he got hit in the boxing match, cause he got a little bloody nose, cause somebody punched him in the nose. I mean, in boxing, bro. But struggle? He struggled. Like, all right, bro, that's cool. Now, Keyshawn Davis, the experience part. The experience part. I like that point because it is a good point. The only issue with that is your experience can't win fights for you. It can hopefully prepare you for a fight, but the experience that he has not prepared him from Abdullah Mason because all that experience was against fighters that fight nothing like Abdullah Mason. All of that experience was against fighters that don't even fight in the same stance of Abdullah Mason. So all that shit that you were talking about, the jab that he was able to have, the different angles that he takes, those angles are flopped. They're totally different when you're dealing with an open stance matchup, meaning the southpaw and the orthodox fighting each other, both of their chest fighting outside. Every single fight that Keyshawn Davis has been a closed stance matchup where his chest is facing one way, the other fighter's chest is facing the other way because they're both orthodox fighters. This is a totally different matchup. So that angle where you're taking that angle to try to get that left hook off that Keyshawn likes to throw, you're taking that angle, usually you're taking it to your left and you're just worried about a person's power hand. Well, when you try to take that same angle to get that left hook off against Abdullah Mason, it's a shoulder right there for you. It's a lead hand right there for you that's in the front that's ready to parry your shit away, that can control distance on you and shit like that. So all that experience that you're talking about, it means nothing. And you bring up Andy Cruz, who's a very athletic fighter with good movement, that was able to outbox Keyshawn Davis and be able to walk him around the ring and get in and out on him. You know who else can move, who is very athletic? His name is Abdullah Mason, bro. So all of this shit about this experience that Keyshawn Davis has, your experience and your resume and what you did in the Olympics and the Pan Am Games, that shit don't mean nothing when it comes time for the fight and breaking down the fight and looking at these two fighters' variables and how their abilities and how their attributes match up with each other. You still have yet to explain me. All you said was he got a good jab. All you said was that he got good skills. You said that Bo Mack is a great trainer. I'm not going to get on the trainer shit. Let me just say, telling somebody like Terrence Crawford, hey, we need to get more competitive. That was his instructions in the corner when he was fighting Sean Ford. Telling him that, I wouldn't be hopping on the bandwagon calling him a great trainer. All I know is in Maurice Hooker's biggest moment against Virgil Ortiz and Jose Ramirez Jr., Bo Mack led his ass to get knocked the fuck out. All I know is in Jamel Herring's biggest, toughest fight against Shakur Stevenson, Bo Mack led him to getting his ass knocked the fuck out. So I mean, if you want to call him a great trainer, bro, call him a great trainer. But sticking to the matchup, the reason that Abdullah Mason will beat him because he doesn't have to take as many risks to get his shit off, bro. Boxing is a very risky sport. It's a sport we just watched Idols. Shout out to him. Come out of the coma. Hopefully he's doing good. But it's a very risky sport. And it's a dangerous proposition for anyone at the lightweight division to try to navigate an extra damn near half a foot of reach against somebody as fast, someone as skilled, and someone as explosive as Abdullah Mason, bro. Keyshawn Davis, literally, we know what his game plan has to be. He is, if you want to talk about camps and training and corners and shit, he is literally going to be the one that's easier to prepare for. Abdullah Mason and his team and his father can literally look at Keyshawn and be like, oh, he almost a half foot shorter than you, bro. He got to come to you. So we're gonna put this game plan because we know he's going to eventually have to break this. They don't know what Abdullah going to do. He can box off the back foot. He can try to come forward. He can try to fight you in the pocket. He can fight with you sometimes, then make you come.
1 minute.
We know what Keyshawn got to do in this fight, which makes him easier to prepare for. So again, because of his lack of experience against southpaw fighters, because of Abdullah Mason's great timing, his great pedigree, his great counterpunching ability, and the power that he has on his shots, bro,
He is going to be able to sit back. He is going to be able to play the distance control game like we see the good ones do, like we see Devin Haney do, like we see goddamn Shakur Stevenson do. He's going to be able to apply the same game plan by fighting a smaller fighter by just sitting back. I'm going to use my distance control. I'm going to poke and prod with my jab. When I see you trying to shoot in to get your shit off, because I know you got to break that distance and shoot in, I'm firing off my left hand, defensively responsible, rinse, wash, repeat. Rinse, wash, repeat until you successfully find a way to break that distance, bro. And Keyshawn Davis, if he getting popped with left hooks by Lester Brown, if my man Jose was hitting him with right hands and uppercuts and shit, you can't tell me that Abdullah Mason ain't gonna be able to get back on him, bro.
All right, Cal, bring it on home, baby. You got 5-minute rebuttal.
Hey, Knockout, you just made me a liar. You just made me a liar. After I just said we ain't gonna need all the goddamn time, you spent the whole goddamn 5 minutes talking that bullshit. Now the first point you fucked up at is Maurice Hooker was not training with Bomac when he went to sleep against Jose Ramirez. He had a whole different trainer. So you can look it up. But yeah, he had a whole different trainer because me being a part of the circle a little bit, you know what I mean? Me and Maurice Hooker had to talk about what happened that night, and Bomac was not in the corner. So you're wrong on that one. And you can't tell me that Shakur Stevenson can't help Keyshawn Davis prepare for Abdullah Mason. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that Abdullah Mason is better than Shakur Stevenson. You just can't tell me that. So you can't tell me that Shakur Stevenson, which is Keyshawn Davis's brother, best friend, however you want to say it, you know what I mean? If he's sparring with him, he's getting him ready for the fight, you can't tell me Abdullah Mason will be a more competitive fight than Shakur Stevenson, getting him ready and sparring, showing him different angles from a southpaw. You can't tell me that. There's no rhyme or reason why you even brought up him being a southpaw when he has the best southpaw at 135. He can spar any day of the fucking week. We all know that as much as we like Abdullah Mason, the boy is good. But compared to Shakur Stevenson, Abdullah Mason ain't shit. So at the end of the day, Keyshawn Davis has that up on him. The sparring that he will get from Shakur Stevenson is good enough to beat an Abdullah Mason. And you forgot one of my points too, nigga. I said he got good angles. You forgot that point, nigga. I told you we got them angles too, nigga. Don't forget about them angles. You know what I'm saying? RIP to PNB Rock. You know what I'm saying? Them angles. But listen, and then at the end of the day, I think his hands are faster. I think Keyshawn Davis has faster hands. And we all know, just because your arms are longer, that don't mean you can. That don't mean a damn thing. Because Andy Ruiz had shorter arms than Anthony Joshua, and he knocked him out. So that shit don't matter. You know what I mean? Your favorite fighter. We're gonna talk about Knockout's favorite fighter in the goddamn world. He's finally gonna fight some goddamn body named Ryan Garcia, right? Everybody he's fought against, for the most part, has been short, has been tall. His arms aren't that long. But at the end of the day, he still beat him. So bringing it back to Keyshawn Davis, it don't matter how long Abdullah Mason's arms are. If his chin don't stand up, because he has been tested already. He's been tested. He's been tried and tested already. Nose bleeding all over the fucking place. Hand touching the goddamn canvas. The whole nine. Keyshawn Davis, you keep saying he got touched or whatever, but he walked through them niggas and then he finished them. But I digress. That's my time. This is a great. This is great. I had fun.
All right.
You lucky I ain't got no time. I would never take any Tank slander. You lucky I don't get to go again. I would defend Tank against all enemies. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All enemies. Okay, I'll go ahead. Let me get the ring in.
Great debate. Both guys were smoking, y'all. I know y'all got to enjoy that tonight. But we ain't through. We got to see what the judges say. All right. We're going to start off with what we started off at the beginning of the show, beginning of the debate. Let's go, Ricky. What you got, baby?
3-0 sweep.
Okay. You don't want to elaborate on that? That's all you got?
Nope. I was considering giving Kyle a pity round, but I figured, he need this to, improve himself.
Okay. All right. We got my man loyal to the game. Go ahead, baby. What you got?
Yeah, it's a 3-0 sweep, man. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay. That's it. All right. Okay. Let's hear you, Jay. What you got, Jay Chestnut?
I mean, another good round by both of y'all, man. I think for me, because I haven't seen Abdullah fight, I think for me this round was more about who could paint the picture of the fight better in my mind. And I thought with how Knockout broke the fight down, with how he felt that Abdullah would win the fight, based on his physical attributes and what he does well in the ring, I think he just slightly painted the picture better for me of what that fight might look like. So for me, I gave that round a knockout.
All right.
Hey, look, man.
You said you never seen him fight before?
Not Abdullah. No, I didn't see Keyshawn fight, but I haven't seen Abdullah fight. Nope.
You know what? A lot of people haven't seen him fight. Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, everybody ain't on him. That's why I'm glad we did this shit. Because everybody,
Right.
y'all need to get out. Yeah, y'all need to get on these brothers because both of them gonna blow up. Like, don't let the debate fool y'all. Like, Keyshawn Davis, goddamn truth. He's the goddamn truth out here, bro. We doing this shit for the sport though. But look, everybody put some hand clap emojis in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Man, it was a great time. Let's go around the panel, man. Everybody, this is the time to drop your shit. Let everybody know what you got going on when you're going live, and y'all know when y'all go live, I'm coming to each and every one of y'all shit. But let me go to Jay first. Jay, go ahead and let everybody know what's up, man. And we gotta get you back in the ring soon, Jay. You said let me give you a little break. I know you probably got midterms and shit coming up. We gotta get you back soon, man.
Tell coach stop ducking me. I got Caleb Plant. That's all I need to say. He know what I'm talking about. I got Caleb Plant. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Hey, great debate, fellas, man. Thank you for having me on, man. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the judges, man. I see all the good work y'all doing out here, man. Hey, knockout, bro. Don't go on suicide alert if y'all fuck around and lose Sunday too, bro. Like, cause y'all let us down. Y'all fucked up my parlay last Sunday, bro.
Hey, who your team?
That don't matter, bro. That don't matter. But y'all fucked up my parlay. That's my point. But I'm a Falcons fan, though. I'm a Falcons fan, bro.
That's rich. A Falcons fan telling us we better win, man. All right, we got you. We got you because y'all got a shot, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I'm gonna hit Coach up and I'll get a schedule for you, man. Probably after Thanksgiving, cause I got one debate next Wednesday. Then I ain't going live Thursday. I'm gonna but I'll holler at you, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace. All right, let me go to Kwame, man. Kwame, go ahead and give your last words, man. Let everybody know what you got going on, man, and when you're gonna be going live again.
Yeah, salute to both of the debaters, the chat and the panel. Very entertaining. And also the moderator, the OG KQKC, great job as well. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be live tomorrow at 9 p.m. We'll be talking about the Tank and Ryan Garcia fight, and it getting made, and the importance of that in the sport. So
drop your link in, man, so I can get your channel.
I got you. I'll put it in the chat for you, OG.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what'll be going on tomorrow. And peace out, guys.
All right, bro. I'll holler at you, man. Take it easy, bro.
Oh, knockout. I need some smoke here too, man. You know, I got you.
I'm gonna set something up. It's the holidays and shit, and honestly, bro, I'm probably gonna have a few between November and December, but we probably gonna pick it back up full steam ahead next year and shit. I'm gonna have a few. We still got them coming,
just remember, I'm here. I'm always ready.
I got you, bro. I got you, man. Right. I'm gonna hit you up. It just ain't nobody really trying to defend Bud no more. And I know what you want to talk about.
No, we can talk about something else.
I got you. I'm gonna hit you up, bro. I got you.
All right.
All right, peace. All right, Ricky, man. Let everybody know what you got going on, man. What's up? Oh, and let me real quick shout out to Mike Biggs with the $5 super chat set and still KO. Yeah, I appreciate the love, Mike Biggs. You know we working over here. But Ricky, go ahead and give your last words. Let everybody know what you got popping, bro.
Yeah, shout out to both debaters, man. Cal, it takes a brave man to come in here and get beat up like this, bro. I commend you, right? But again, make sure y'all subscribe to Cal, man. He got a great. That's where if you want your late night boxing, that's where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't to the OG KQKC boxing every day. And if you want somebody to call a fight, that's where you go. And of course, y'all here with Knockout. Make sure y'all smash the like button. If y'all looking at the screen on your device and that subscribe button is red, we got a problem. Smash the subscribe button. Support the content. Man, y'all know where I'm at. You check me over there at Ricky Williams. It's now Ricky Williams # TWT. That's my channel. We talk about boxing and life, but you got to get through the boxing first. I got a show pretty much every day called Truck Chronicles where we just talk about things, boxing announcements, life, standing as men, standing as women, trying to be better every day. I got to get my schedule together for Boxer Ratings. My schedule was all off due to work, but now I'm back. Everything's cool, so I'm gonna get Boxer Ratings starting back up pretty soon. And that's about it, man. Make sure y'all check me out. I'm everywhere on the internet, man. Y'all can check me out on Crew Season, the Peef Network, Cheeky Banter, The Basement with Hink, and over there with Overtime with AO, man. I'm all over this place. I'm grinding, man. So make sure y'all check me out. But support the creators, man. This is, it's a lot of work. I think people like KO, Kyle, and KQKC, they make it look easy, but it's a lot of work that go into this stuff, man. So come on in, smash the like button, share this stuff to y'all community page, share it to y'all pages, to your Instagrams, man. Get the word out, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be stars, right? Everybody want to be stars. Everyone would love to be able to do this as a job, right? So, but it's y'all job to make these people stars, man. So if y'all rock with them that way, man, it don't take nothing to share, man. Go ahead and share the content, help it get out to your friends and family, man, and get these platforms bigger. We are boxing, bro. If y'all ain't realized that in the year 2022, I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. ESPN don't care, CBS, Fox, they don't really care about this stuff, man. We the ones keeping boxing in the forefront and alive. So make sure y'all support the people that's doing the work for y'all. And that's all I got, man. Y'all take care. We out.
Appreciate you, Ricky. Hey, real quick, yeah, Zulu, you caught that, bro? Yeah, black hoodie for the battle. You know what I'm saying? On my luck shit. And then best dad ever. I let you do it twice, bro, but I just seen you say cowgirls for a third time. So you get to keep your wrench, but your ass don't get to talk for 5 minutes. Your ass has been placed in time out. You see your ass in 5 minutes, bro. You know I rock with you with Tank Davis all day, but you get out my goddamn Cowboy.
Yeah, Mark.
Dante Hall, you were real close. You one fly, Eagles fly away from getting your ass blocked, Dante. I do. I love all y'all, bro. I got love for everybody. Y'all know I do, bro. But goddamn it, don't be in here. The only Eagles, you know what, Dante? You are now number 2. I'm gonna give you number 2. I didn't even know you was an Eagles fan. The only Eagles fan I like was DJ. But now that I know my brother Dante Hall is an Eagles fan, I like you too, Dante. You know you've been the day one supporter. But don't put that fly Eagles fly shit in my chat no more, bro. Don't do that shit, Dante. You will be placed in timeout, just like the best dad ever. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna talk shit about my Cowboys, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, call them the Cowboys. Don't call them the Cowgirls and shit, man. Don't do that shit, man. I draw the line at Cowgirls. Let me go to KQ. KQ, thank you for moderating another fire debate. I appreciate you, man. Let everybody know.
Hey, he might as well be the moderator at all times.
Yeah, he is. If I'm not debating, he doing.
Nah. Fuck you. You need to just let KQ get in. Man. You know what I'm saying? You know, the only nigga that have my back, the only nigga that have my back out there tonight. Goddamn.
Yeah.
The only nigga that seen Abdullah Mason actually fight.
I told you what was going to happen to you, bro.
No, we're gonna talk about this on my channel too. We're gonna talk about this on my channel too, boy.
I'll be there. You know I'll be there, bro.
You already know what I'm gonna bring up to you too. You already know what I'm gonna bring up to you.
I don't, but I'm looking forward to it. But KQ, go ahead and give your last words so me and Kyle can give our last word. But go ahead and let everybody know what we got going on, man, and what fights are you calling fights this weekend?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Which
sir.
One
huh?
Which one you calling?
Whatever's on, I'm calling.
Yeah, you gonna be calling motherfucking Jaime Munguia.
Yeah. Jaime Munguia. Yeah, I was thinking about calling that one. You know,
don't forget they got the Hakeem Rahman Jr. Fighting the nigga that used to play for your team, Knockout.
Yeah. I got you. Well,
Yeah.
go ahead, KQ. Let them know what time you're going live tomorrow and all that, man.
Yes, sir. I'll be live tomorrow, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time. And yes, I will call the fight, on the Jaime Gear fight. Okay, that is a Golden Boy fight on the zone. So I would call that fight. And both of y'all guys did a great job. Like I said, you learn a lot of new things. Like what Kyle was saying tonight, I learned 3 things and things he went through. So good job, Kyle. No
OG, he
people.
said some shit I didn't know, and I wanted to rebuttal it, but I was like, nah, I'm staying away from that shit. When he pulled out that they paid Keyshawn to stay in the amateurs, I was about to say, man, that shit illegal. You can't do that shit. It's the amateurs. But I was like, you know what, nigga, I don't even know. And I'm not about to walk myself into a corner. I'm gonna stay over here, bro. I'm gonna stay right where I'm at. I'm gonna stay in my lane.
But I will say,
Kyle,
he knew his shit tonight. He knew his shit. He didn't have no paper, no nothing. I mean, he was on it. So good job, Kyle. Yeah, good job. But that's it. And of course, me and you be live Sunday morning at 9 a.m. right here on Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we'll be going over the fights and the latest boxing news. All right.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, OG, man. Have a great night, OG. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Kyle. Peace.
Appreciate you.
All right, my bro Kyle, man. I had to say. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give my brother background and shit. Hold on, as we wrap the show and shit together. Boom, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna get that background so we can live nice and spiffy for the people. Hey, man, look, bro, I appreciate you coming up, man. Let everybody know what are you doing your late night shit tonight?
Damn near. I'm gonna be doing it while I'm at work and shit though. But
all right, cool. Look, y'all, Kyle, it's still 140 people in here. Kyle gonna be doing his thing on the boxing section tonight. So if you ain't got your boxing talk fixed, and they talk about a lot of real shit over there too, y'all go check out Kyle over on the boxing section, man. He doing great work. But go ahead and give your last words. Go ahead and start your robbery talk and all this bullshit.
No. I ain't gonna. No, I ain't gonna. I don't do it. I don't do it on your channel. I wait till you come on my.
This boy ain't crazy, bro. I think he'll be back. I think he's still in there. Kyle,
I won't disrespect your channel like that, man. Come on now. But no, listen. I am an uphill battle debater.
You
know what I'm saying? I know niggas already don't like the niggas that I'm rooting for and things like that. So I already know I'm already up against it. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I was another dude who did the cowgirl shit, so I was taking care of him. But I'm listening to you. You said you uphill battle.
Oh yeah,
you like taking it so don't nobody like it.
Yeah, I like
that shit too. That's why I debated Paloma. I debated Paloma one time on my channel and still won it. I be doing that shit too, bro. That shit fun. It make it fun.
Now tell the people at home. This is really an exhibition. This is Floyd Mayweather, Dingy. This don't really count. Because this wasn't really the debate that was supposed to go down. You know what I'm saying? So this was an exhibition. But me and Knockout, man, we got something coming, man. It's called the Knockout section, man. You know what I mean? We finna turn it up on y'all niggas, man, real quick, man. I forgot what the hell we was gonna be talking about. Oh yeah.
You said you want to start talking about the young ass fighters. Man. I mean, no, not the young fighters.
The little
niggas. Kyle believes that at a certain weight class, you don't get no attention from him. He believes that if your ass is anything under featherweight, like, so he might cover featherweight if you got Raymond Ford down there and when Shakur was under there. When you start getting them monster in a way, matter of fact, he'll even do 122 because he like Cool Boy Steph. He like Stephen Fortune. But when you start getting them 118s, 115s, 112s, 108, Kyle don't know none of them Negroes. He don't know none of them, bro. So I'm gonna try to educate my man Kyle over on the knockout set. We're gonna try to educate him on this small weight class. We're gonna watch some small fights. We're gonna do some shit. We're gonna have fun, man. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. And I got 817 real quick. I seen you up here, man. I appreciate you riding for me and shit. You was heavy on Kyle, but your ass is gonna be on the stage next Wednesday. You debating next Wednesday, so I hope you come up here ready to cook some shit, man. I hope you come, because this shit ain't easy, man. This shit ain't easy. But Kyle, man, let them know what you got popping, bro. I appreciate you as always, dog. This shit was fun.
No, absolutely.
Don't nobody get it twisted. Just because we were yelling at each other and shit, that don't mean nothing. We just having fun. So y'all don't take it too serious, because our ass ain't gonna take it serious either. I'm gonna be right over there. We're gonna be right over there and hit shit, talking shit tomorrow, having fun and shit, man. So
yeah, man. Listen, man. me and Knockout, man, that's my light-skinned brother, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna hold that shit down together at all times. Great debate, man. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I could at least got one of them fucking rounds. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
If I wouldn't give you none. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I wouldn't give you none. But if I had to, if they were like Knockout, bro, I got a gun to your head. You got to pick a round. What round was it closest? What round would you give Kyle? I'd give you the third. I'd give you the third. I felt like them questions, bro. The first and second round, I felt like it was an uphill battle for you. The third round, I thought you could have probably got that one, but the first two they wasn't that close, bro. I'm just keeping.
They wouldn't give it to me. And this is the thing about it though. You know, when you have to bring up Terrence Crawford's trainers and everybody hates Bomac, you automatically lose.
But I didn't even address that, bro. I didn't even bring that shit back up. I was like, man, I wanted to focus on the other shit that you said that I thought was more relevant. But you did your thing, bro, and you're only gonna get better when you debate more and more. And like, it ain't like I don't be trying to brag and shit, but losing to me ain't like you like, bro, like I'm like you ain't the first one, bro. You're not gonna be the last. Like this is what the challenge is based off.
I'm gonna get your ass back though. But see, the thing is, me and you agree on so much shit. But I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Abdullah Mason is good, but he can't fuck with Keyshawn. As it stands right now, he can't beat Keyshawn Davis, bro.
I think he can. But I want to see the fight. I think he can, but shit. Hey,
Top Rank don't think that.
I can admit it now. Keyshawn Davis is the truth, but you'll never hear me say that in the middle of the debate. You'll never hear me talk good about him in the middle of the debate, bro.
I only got one problem with tonight, though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's that, bro?
The nigga didn't see the fight, cuz.
Oh, Jay, he ain't never seen Abdullah fight?
He ain't never seen Abdullah Mason.
That should be in your favor, though. That should be in your favor.
No, it ain't, because it's not in my favor, right? Because that second round, when I talked about his hand touching the canvas, the dude said he didn't see it. So he just went off of you telling them to look at the box rec.
Yeah, that was that's why they did. Sometimes the chat they'd be like, "KO, you slick as oil. You slick as this." You said, "Cause yeah, I put like I saw that shit. Like if you want to ask me now, was it a knockdown? Like knockout? If you the ref, yeah, I probably would have ruled it a knockdown. But
they didn't even see the fight.
Hey, technically, if you look at the box rec, if you pay attention to what they actually ruled, it wasn't a knockdown. So it is what it is. But look, bro, I appreciate you, man. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon, dog. Y'all go check out Kyle tonight, man. He gonna be going live, so go sub to his channel, get your notifications. And Kyle, bro, it's much love as always, bro. I'm glad.
Hey, the Brooklyn Brawler is coming back.
Yeah, I was cool, bro. Hey, man, shout out to your little man. He like, Daddy, I don't give a damn what you doing, okay? I need my attention. And I had put in the private chat like, just let him keep going, KQ, even if he go over, because you got to be a dad first, bro. And that's just that type of black love, man, and a man being a father like that and having kids around him, bro. As a father myself, man, that shit get nothing but respect, bro. It was good to see this. He didn't give a damn. He didn't care what you got going on, bro. He don't care how long you prepared for it, how much you want to win that hoe. Look, Daddy, I need you. I don't give a damn what you talking about. And that shit, that's real life, bro. That shit.
It's every debate. That happened every debate, though.
Yeah. They don't care what you got going on.
They just learned how to, because he learned how to unlock the door, bro. So the nigga just be walking in whenever he feel like it now. Because that's what he did. So last time when I was debating, remember how I had them pauses and shit?
Yeah.
It was because he was like right here fucking with me. I'm like,
yeah, bro. I mean, you a popper, bro. That's real shit, man. So shout out to you, man, and shout out to all the good fathers and shit out there, man. But Kyle, I'm gonna end the show, bro. You take it easy, man, and I'll catch you tomorrow, bro, on your shit. Don't be running around talking about you got robbed and shit, man.
No. This wasn't really a robbery. But we're gonna talk. Me and you, we'll talk. You know, listen, we're gonna laugh about it because you know, I'm all about the jokes, nigga. I like to just laugh about the shit.
Hey, you feel like so what I'm getting from you want a nigga like on the scorecard and shit. You like, look, bro, I might have lost that whole 116, 112, but I did not lose 120 to 107.
That's all a nigga saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You know,
I might have lost that bitch 115 to 113, but that 119, 110 scorecard, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, cause I only one dude, like the one dude, he really the only person that was like, listening and like reciting the shit back to me, like that I was saying. So I'm like, all right, I got one person, goddamn. But yeah, but shit, we had Dave Moretti.
Hey, in my defense, I went to Kyle Shea. I said, hey, do you want to bring a judge with you? I be asking everybody, do they want to bring a judge?
Southern T was one too. Southern T, your ass.
That nigga somewhere, I'm finna go to his shit right now. That nigga somewhere watching the football live right now. I guarantee you he live right now, bro. Guarantee you. But look, bro, I'm a run, man.
Hey, we talking because you already know what we talked about what I talked to you about this morning. You already know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be over there.
Yeah.
I'm be over
so shit. We'll wrap tomorrow unless you come on. If you come to the night, man, that'd be great. But
I'm about to go kick it and watch this movie with the wife and chill and go to sleep, bro.
What y'all watching?
Shit, she wanna watch. It's a Christmas movie, bro. I don't know the name of it. Nah, it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. It got what's the girl that did the powder and shit? She used to be a Disney kid, bro. With the freckles. Baby, you in the chat? What's her name? Yeah, she got some Christmas movie the wife want to watch. So we about to go watch that shit.
Yeah, man. Make sure you get that caramel corn, man. And you know what I mean?
I already got some. We be getting the buckets of that shit. I already got some. That's what I'm eating on, bro. I got it right back there, bro.
Yeah. Hey, but this is great, bro. I appreciate you for always extending your platform to me, my brother. This shit was fun, man. This shit was fun, bro.
Yeah, it was, man. But take it easy, bro, and I'll holler at you next time, dog.
My man.
Hey, y'all, look, man, appreciate everybody that came through, bro. Everybody in the business. Miss Knockout, my beautiful wife, A1 Hoops on, the best dad ever. Even though he was hating on my Cowboy, shout out to him. We got A17 versus Smoke next Wednesday, so right before Thanksgiving, because I'm not going live on Thanksgiving, okay? Letting y'all know that now. I'm not going to be live on Thanksgiving. I wouldn't want y'all to be here anyway. Spend some time with your damn families and shit, man. But we will be live on Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I got my brother, 817, going against my other brother, Smoke. It's a little bit of bad blood there, but out of respect for me, they're going to keep it boxing. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep it. They're going to keep it cordial, and they're going to talk this boxing shit. It's Texas versus Cali in this bitch, man. It's Texas versus Cali, all right? We got 817 repping Texas. I got my brother, Smoke, repping Cali, and they getting it in, bro. They getting it in. They going hard. And I expect the passion to be at an all-time high. I expect the passion to be at an all-time goddamn high, and it's going to be fire. So next Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, y'all tune in as we do the TKO Debate Series. Once again, I got 817 versus Get This Smoke, Texas versus Cali boxing debate. Who got the better fighters? Who got the better prospects? You're going to hear about Devin Haney. You're going to hear about Jesse Bam Rodriguez. You're going to hear about Jared Big Baby Anderson. You're going to hear about Earl Spence. You're going to hear about Andre Ward. You're going to hear about Ryan Garcia. You're going to hear about Virgil Ortiz. You're going to hear about some shit. And the way that we got these questions, shit going to be lit. I guarantee y'all that the shit going to be lit. So y'all be sure to tune in. Shout out to Rob G Film, 817, Warriors Boxing LLC, Mr. Mechanical, best dad ever. My beautiful wife, Miss Knockout, as I said. D-Man Jr., A1 Hoop Zone, Kevin, Ben Set, Eric O, Rob G Film, Bumpy Thompson, the OG, BFTV Boxing, everybody that was up on the panel, KQKC, Ricky Williams Boxing, the boxing section. Goddamn me, Kwame from Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk, Mark West, I see you, Zulu Line, Mike Biggs Boxing. Everybody that showed up and showed out, Bankfather, what's good, Rip Jones, Duke in the building. Everybody that showed up and showed out, appreciate every one of y'all. Y'all go check out my man Money Brown TV. I believe he live right now. So y'all go check him out. Go hang out with him, and then Kyle will be live later on tonight in the boxing section. Appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. And with that, we out of here. Another dub in the books. Y'all know what we do. Peace out, y'all.